Knees weak, arms are heavy. Mom's spaghetti. But on the surface, he looks calm and ready to drop bombs. The whole crowd goes so loud. Won't every time's up over. Blow. There goes Rabbit. Hello, 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 hello. Welcome in, people. Welcome, 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 guys. As we start to get into the live, tap 1,000 likes. Thank you for the heart me. Let's get the live up to 8,000 likes as soon as we, hello, Steve. As soon as we hit 8,000 likes, we will open up the panel. Whatever, Red Win. Whatever. Guys, tap the screen, share the live out. Let's get the live up to 8,000 likes. If you have not sent your daily heart me, please go ahead and send it. It's only 1 coin. It helps boost the live. It helps give us the opportunity to have these debates. So please, please, please go ahead and send your heart me. Also, guys, I need you all to do the wonderful things. That means tapping the screen, sharing the live. But we also have our daily gift goal, which helps boost the live. It's the 2025s. It's only 1 coin. It's only 1 coin. If we can go ahead and send that and knock those out a couple of times, it helps boost the live. So if you have not sent your daily heart me, go ahead and send that. But also, can we knock out the daily gift goal, those 2025s? It helps boost the live. Guys, I am excited. Hey, baby. I am excited. It's time for some sparring. Yeah, I said it. I'm ready to fatten all this up around some of the Trump supporters' eyes. So if you are a Trump supporter, if you are someone that supports Donald Jimothy Trump, get in the box. Get in the box. I am looking for someone to come up and defend your fearless leader. Because again, I realized, you know what? I'm man enough to admit it. I am. I'm man enough to admit that Trump supporters are smart. But does anyone disagree with that statement? I don't think that anyone could disagree with that statement. Trump supporters are smart. And the reason why I say Trump supporters are smart is because they won, right? They keep telling us, we won. You should listen to us. We won. You should listen to us. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Trump supporters, you are absolutely right. You guys won. Rich Math over on Twitch, what up? Trump supporters, you guys are absolutely right. You're smart because you won. But what that actually means is that you guys now have an obligation. You guys now have an obligation to tell us what's the best things about Donald Trump. Why is Donald Trump one of the best presidents ever, if not the best president? So if you are a Trump supporter, get in the box. Keep tapping the screen. If you are not a Trump supporter, please do not request up, because I am only talking to Trump supporters. This is Sparring with Santana. Let's get the likes up to 25,000 likes. Let's get the shares up to 150 shares. Bama John, I know who you are, so hang tight for me a moment. Nutty, are you a Trump supporter?
No, I was like in the live. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to hit it.
No worries. I'm gonna drop you down, my friend.
I'm usually with Diana.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Guys, keep tapping the screen. Again, if you are a Trump supporter, get in the box. If you are someone that supports Donald Jimothy Trump, get in the box. Get in the box only if you are a Trump supporter. Also, guys, can we please knock out the daily gift goal? It's the 1 cent 2025. Can we knock those out? Hey, Alexa, stop. I am here for some debates, and if you guys want these debates, if you guys want us to be able to talk to people, we need you to be active participants. What that means is we need you to actually do all the wonderful things. Tap the screen, knock out the daily gift goal, share the live, do all the wonderful things. We need to actually have you guys be active participants. And we have Bama John up here. We got one other person loading. I don't know if that was a tapping error. I think it might have been a tapping error. Because it doesn't look like they're loading. Perfect. Guys, thank you for knocking that out. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead. Hey, lady, I'm going to go ahead and reset the daily gift goal. We're going to reset it one more time. Again, we're going to keep resetting it to the 1 cent goal. And again, it pushes us out to the FYP so we can get more people in here and we can go ahead and get these debates started. With that being said, Bama John, I know that you're a Trump supporter. And even more so, you've sparred with me before, right?
We talk, yes.
I think so. Yeah. Solo, are you a Trump supporter?
No.
You said no?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. I'm gonna drop you down, guys. Only request up if you are a Trump supporter. We are only talking to Trump supporters. We are only looking for debates. If you are not a Trump supporter, Katie, I love you more. If you are not a Trump supporter, please do not request up. I am only looking to speak with Trump supporters like Bama John. And with that being said, hold on. Okay, now it's like popping all over. Okay, hold on. Bama John, it's getting your people are getting I don't know what's happening. User, are you a Trump supporter?
Yes, sir, I am.
Okay, perfect. User, what can I call you?
They call me Robert. My name's Robert Young.
Robert, it's nice to meet you, Robert.
Nice to meet you, son.
You sound like a good guy, Robert.
Sounds pretty level-headed.
He does, right, Bama John?
No, so I've been around 70 years and I've seen a lot and know a lot, so I'm pretty savvy about what's going on in politics today.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. So, Robert, do you know who I am?
No, so I don't.
Okay, no worries, Robert. See, I know Bama John knows who I am, and I know Bama John knows what this is. But Robert, I'm going to give you an introduction, and for everybody in the chat, I'm going to give you an introduction. So, Robert, just so you know what this is, and just so you know what you just stepped into, I'm going to give you an introduction.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the main event. Let's get ready to rumble!
Y'all ready for this?
Guys, welcome in. This is Sparring with Santana, one-on-one debates with Trump supporters. I am Santana. We have currently up on the panel, we have Bama John, which we know Bama John. We've sparred with Bama John before, but we also have a lovely older gentleman by the name of Robert, a 70-year-old guy. They stepped into the ring, so they are going to spar with me. They are both Trump supporters. What I need everybody watching to do is to tap the screen, share the live. Let's get the likes up to 50,000 likes. We are at 27,000 likes. Let's get it up to 50,000 likes. Let's get the shares up to 200 likes. Katie, thank you so much for the subscription. You're amazing. Let's get the shares up to 200 shares. Also, guys, let's knock out the daily gift goal. It's the 1 cent goal. I'm going to keep resetting those goals so we can keep knocking it out. That helps actually get us pushed out to the FYP. We want to get out to the FYP so we can get more people in, so we can have these debates. Last but not least, guys, if you are not following me on Blue Sky, on Twitch, or on YouTube, make sure you're following me on all three of those. We know for a fact TikTok might be in a little bit of trouble, so I want to make sure that we keep our community intact and we can all stay connected. Even you, Bama John, make sure you're following me on all of these social media platforms so we can continue to actually do this and we can continue to move forward as a community.
That's right.
With that being said, Bama John, I'm gonna ask you to take a seat back or take a step back for a moment. Let me start with Robert, because Robert hasn't had an opportunity to actually speak with me. And again, he seems like a really level-headed gentleman. So I want to actually speak to Robert. Robert, again, how are you today?
I'm doing fine.
Good. Robert, so I think we can agree, right? Donald Trump is, if not the greatest, one of the greatest presidents ever, right?
I think he's done a good job when he was in his office. I mean, I'm paying more for gas and groceries than I was under him, under Trump. Under Biden. So Biden has just screwed this country up.
Oh, yeah. No, I understand that. So Robert, with that being said, Donald Trump, the thing that I realize is he's one of the greatest presidents ever, because he's done so many great things, and he has so many great things about him, including all of the felonies, all of the failed businesses, the fact that he attempted a coup, the fact that he lies on lies, and the fact that he's even playing war. So, Robert, I guess with that being said, which one of these things do you think is one of the greatest reason why Donald Trump is one of, if not the greatest president ever? And I'll even show you this. Like, Trump is even pointing to the one that he thinks that makes him the best, which is all the felonies. Which one do you think makes him the best president of all time?
Oh, well, when he was president, we had no war. The economy was great.
Oh, okay.
Everything was fine, and I was not paying $1,200 more a month for groceries and gas. So I'm telling you, sir, my wallet makes my vote.
You know what, Robert?
In the last 4 years have to try to destroy this country. We are no longer the party of JFK. We are the party of AOC. And that's communism.
Okay. Well, you said a mouthful there, Robert, and you know, a couple of things that I want to go ahead and you know, shoot down is there was some misinformation, a little bit of disinformation. You know what? I think I'll work backwards, right? You know, I'll say this, Robert, and this is just me being honest, right? I would actually love if we were the party of AOC, but unfortunately, we're not. We're definitely not the party of AOC. Even more so, the fact that AOC actually had a vote to gain more power within the Democratic Party and to actually spearhead an actual committee, and they ended up appointing a 70-year-old, a longtime Democrat who was hiding the fact that he had throat cancer from his constituents instead of actually promoting someone younger, someone more progressive. So I hate to say this, but I don't think the Democratic Party is the party of AOC. I would love it, but I don't think so. But listen, Robert, you said something that I understand, and I'm being serious. Like you said, your wallet votes for you, and that makes perfect sense. And you name drop gas and you name drop food and things like that. But Robert, I think there might be a little bit of a confusion, because I know that things have been kind of hard for the last couple of years. Like, we can agree on that. But I think, thank you so much, Lauren, over on YouTube. I'm glad that you found me. Robert, do you know why food and gas actually shot up under the Biden administration?
Yes, sir, because Biden took office, reversed everything, Trump's policies, and here we are today. It don't take an idiot to figure that out.
Oh, Robert, no, that's not true, my friend. That's not true at all.
My brother, let me tell you something.
Go ahead and tell me.
You are thinking. You are not thinking. You are listening to the liberal media. You are still living on the white liberal Democrats plantation.
Don't get wound up. Don't get wound up. It'll make you look worse, man.
Hold on, Bama John. Hold on, Bama John. Let Robert actually talk. Hold on.
And if you can't handle the truth,
no, I'm just saying, stay calm.
Bama John, hold on. This is a conversation between me and Robert. Let Robert is fine. He's good. Bama John, go on mute for me, please. Go on mute for me. Real quick question though, Robert, and this is a genuine question. Are you a white man?
Son, why are you asking me that quote? What difference? I'm sick and tired of people playing the race card.
I'm not playing a race card, Robert. I'm just trying to verify.
Paying taxes.
Robert, I hear you. I hear you, Robert. Robert, are you a white man?
Are you a black man?
I absolutely am.
Well, then I don't care what color you are.
I hear you, Robert, but listen, Robert.
Hey,
Robert,
my
listen.
family is suffering.
I hear you, Robert. Robert, listen, you and I got off to a good start. We're just having a conversation, Robert. I'm just trying to get to know you. Like, you can see me and you get to know me. I'm just trying to get to know you. That's it, friend. We're okay. I'm not trying to play a race card. I'm just trying to find out more about you. I heard you say you're from Texas. I heard you're 70 years old. I respect that. I'm just trying to find out, are you a white man? Are you a black man? I just want to know. That's it.
All right. Again, I didn't say I was from Texas.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you said you're down in Texas.
I'm from South Carolina.
Hey, what part, Robert? I'm from South Carolina.
Eastover.
I'm from Spartanburg. I went to Benedict College and I spent about 18 years in Columbia. Robert, we're from the same neck of the woods.
I hear you, son, but we're on a different spectrum when it comes to politics.
You know what? You say that, but I don't think that you and I are that far apart, Robert. I'm just serious. I'm absolutely serious. But again, Robert, going back to my question, and Robert, I would appreciate if you could answer the question. Robert, are you white? Are you black? What?
I'm black. Does that bother you?
No, it does not. I just wanted to know who I was talking to,
bother
Robert.
you?
Why would that bother
that's
me?
just a ridiculous question to ask
I don't
somebody.
think so. I don't think
Why
so, Robert.
do you care what color Martin Luther King tried to teach people? Judge a person by their character, not the color of their skin. You are the problem, son.
You know what, Robert? You absolutely right. Martin Luther King tried to teach people to actually judge people by the character, by their actual content, not by the color of their skin. And then they unalived Martin Luther King after he taught those messages. So, Robert, no offense, but I don't really want to follow those lessons of Martin Luther King because I've always been more Malcolm X myself. With that being said, Robert, you are a black man from South Carolina, from the same area as me. So now I have a little bit more understanding. You're 70 years old. You're a black man from South Carolina. Perfect, perfect. With that being said, Robert, you said your issue was the fact that Joe Biden came into office. He reversed everything that Donald Trump did, which caused your gas prices to go up, which caused your grocery prices to go up. And that's why you had to vote for Donald Trump, right?
Son, you need to read about Malcolm X and what he said about the white liberals.
No, listen, Robert, you need to read about Malcolm X. No. You need to read about Malcolm X and see what he said about all politicians. Don't play political games with Malcolm X. Malcolm X didn't like any politicians. And even more than that, at the time when he was talking about liberals, it was the Republican Party right before the Southern strategy where they actually switched and the actual, no, I'm sorry, not the Southern strategy, but before they switched platforms and the actual Republican Party took the stance of conservatism, where the Democratic Party took the stance of progressiveness. He was talking about those white Republicans now, but even more so, he didn't trust politicians, period. Malcolm X didn't believe in political parties. Malcolm X believed that black people should vote for their best interests, not for a political party.
All right, son, I want you to do some research. I want you to look and see who are the
No, I've already done the research, Robert. That's the thing.
No, excuse me. I want you to research and see the first 26 black men that were elected to the Senate and Congress. They were Republican.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Robert, my elder, Robert, do you know what the Southern strategy is? Robert, do you know what the Southern strategy is?
Son, who freed the slaves?
Robert, do you know?
Lincoln, and he was a Republican.
Absolutely, Robert. Hey, listen, Robert, you're saying things that I already know. Again, Robert, answer my question. Do you know what the Southern strategy is?
What Southern strategy is,
oh,
son?
You don't know what the Southern strategy is, do you?
You are a racist. You are the reason we're
How am I a racist? Because I said, because I asked, do you know what the Southern strategy is?
You are a communist and you are trying to destroy.
Hey, Robert, what is communism?
Kiss.
Oh, boo. You guys know what that means. Robert couldn't cut it, so he had to go. Guys, keep tapping the screen. We're at 58,000 likes. Hey, thank you for the glasses. Let's get the likes up to 100,000 likes. Let's get the shares up, guys. We're kind of skimping on the shares. Let's get the shares up to 300 shares. Also, guys, Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, all of my pay links are in the link tree in the bio. Santana Speaks 24. Santana Speaks 24 is the best way to support the live. So if you enjoy the information, education, entertainment, please consider donating. Everything is accepted. Anything is appreciated. If you are a friendly and you want to attach a message, I will read that message off. If you are a Trump supporter, get in the box. If you are a Trump supporter, get in the box. We are only talking to Trump supporters. This is Sparring with Santana, and I am not talking to any friendlies. Also, guys, we do have our daily gift goal, which is the Hi Bears. if we can go ahead and knock that out, that'll help. Howdy, partner. That'll help push us out to the FYP. So can we please take care of those high bears so we can go ahead and keep getting traction and getting more people out to the FYP. This again is Sparring with Santana, and we are only talking to Trump supporters. So if you are not a Trump supporter, please, please, please do not request up, because again, this is Sparring with Santana. Is it Bones? I'm
It's
sorry.
Bones or Bronies, man.
Say it one more time for me, friend.
Bones or Bronies.
Okay, I'm gonna call you Bones. Is that all right?
Bones is good. Bones is good as well.
Okay. And Bones, are you a Trump supporter?
I voted for Trump.
Okay, perfect. Guys, W's in the chat for Linda. Linda sent a $10 donation through Cash App. Linda, you are so freaking amazing. Thank you so much for that Cash App, Linda. Guys, again, Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, all of my pay links in the bio. Santana Speaks 24 is the best way to support the live. Bones, give me a second. Let me get to Bama John, because Bama John's been waiting kind of patient. Then I'm going to come back up to you.
No worries, bro.
Bama John, you and I haven't talked for a while. How are you?
It has been a minute. I'm good. Blessed.
Good. How was your New Year's?
Man, it went as well as it could. You know, we made it through it. You know,
we did. We're in 2025. We're in the end game now, Bama John.
That's right, man. That's right. We're fixing to see how it all shakes out.
We are, Bama John. I think we're close enough to the FAFO. You know.
Yeah, we're fixing to find out. You know, and I think y'all gonna be surprised. I mean, I don't know, man. I feel like in the next few years, y'all gonna try to find somebody that voted for Trump and thank you for all this.
You think so, Bama John? Okay.
I'm just saying.
Well,
yeah, man.
Well, Bama John, you know, and I'm gonna be honest before we get into this. If you are right, then I'll be ecstatic. Like again, I've said this a million times. Like seriously, I don't want Trump to fail, because if Trump fails, that doesn't just hurt, you know, like people that voted for him, that hurts the entire country. So
America fails, you know, if Trump fails.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't want that. But with that being said, I still don't believe that's the case. But again, Bama John, which one of these features do you think makes Donald Trump one of the, if not the greatest president? Is it all the felonies, the failed businesses, the coup, the lies, him playing war? Which one of these features do you think is the reason why Donald Trump is such an amazing president?
Man, it's got to be. Let's see. I could pick every one of them apart, except for the lies on lies, because everybody lies. Okay,
yeah, but not everybody lies at the rate of Trump, though.
Well, everybody lies.
Yeah, but not at the rate of Trump.
We all feel like, you know, we were talking about the politicians. We were talking about the politicians, and they are, you know, that's what made him so special when he came in. He was not a politician.
Yeah, but that was in 2016. Well, technically, okay.
He's still on the same path.
No, that's not true, Bama John. So listen, well, fun fact, he ran for president in 2000. That didn't go well for him. Thank you for the heartbeat. But in 2016, if you would have said, you know, he's not a politician, okay, you would have got that pass, right? But not only has he been president of the United States, thank you for the heartbeat, but he's also been running ever since 2016. He's been he's been an establishment Republican. He's replaced many members within the Republican Party. He has his stalwarts now. He has his cronies. Donald Trump is not only a politician. He is the political establishment for the Republican Party. So I don't know how you could say that one, Bama John.
He's trying to finish what he started. All right.
What did he try to start? Because he was starting like some
starting draining the swamp, man.
Hold on, Bones. You said he was draining the swamp?
Yeah, the swamp was drained, refilled, strained again.
Yeah, he definitely refilled it.
That's why they went crazy, because he pulled the curtain back, showing everybody how everything goes up there.
Like what? What did he do?
I mean, in politics, period. He's
specifically, what did he show?
Everything you think is going on up here, yes, that's exactly what we're doing. And they didn't know how to handle it.
You mean like him? You mean like everybody around him going to jail? You mean like him deciding that he wanted to put Matt Gaetz in as Attorney General, who has not only have amazing charges as far as graping or statutory grape a 17-year-old at a party, but also paid 90 Bama John. Keep it funky with me. Keep it funky with me. Would you pay $90,000 for some good?
Man, we've all got skeletons. At the
But
end of the day,
$90,000 for some good, Bama John.
But is he appointed now?
I ain't never
But
paid
Bama
for
John,
that.
90,000. Come on now.
Wealthy people pay a lot of money to get
hear
Wealthy people, man, how much you pay?
People go after wealthy people. That's all. That's the way the world works.
Well, I mean,
How much you pay for some good, man? That's the question.
I wouldn't pay
Bones, would you pay 90,000 for it?
Oh no, I don't pay nothing, man.
Okay, well, that's all I'm saying. So, with that being said, like literally, Donald Trump has put some of the worst people in office and around him who have gone to jail, who have lied, who have gone bankrupt, who has, I mean, even like Pete Hegseth, his appointment for the DOD. Not only does he have apparently a drinking problem, but he has an essay case, and even his own mama said that he is an embarrassment and he should not be able to actually progress in anything because he's embarrassing the family. Donald Trump is not draining the swamp. Donald Trump is quite literally adding swamp monsters to the swamp.
No, he's adding intelligent people.
Like who?
And, have you ever heard? Have you heard the expression?
Hold on one second, Bama John.
Have you heard the?
Hold on a second, Bama John. Bones, you said like who?
Look.
Hey,
Heat on, man.
Bones, tell me why you voted for Trump.
Oh man, his policies, man.
What policies?
Well, let's look at Kamala's policies, man. Do you think $50,000 for first home?
Hey, Bama John, you and I have talked before, right? Bama John?
We have.
And like, I know you're an actual Trump supporter. Like, I don't agree with your stance. I don't agree with your political view, but I know who you are and I know what you're about, right?
Right. Yep.
And I think you might know what I'm about. The thing that I am not here for is disingenuous people or trolls.
I hear you.
That guy was like, guys, like, I hear you. You think it's funny. People think like I have no interest in trolls. Like, I'm not here to play games. Thank you, but no thank you. Only request up if you are a Trump supporter. Only request up if you're a Trump supporter. If you're a troll, I don't want to talk to you. If you're someone that's not genuine, I don't want to talk to you. If you're friendly, I don't want to talk to you. We're only talking to Trump supporters. This is Sparring with Santana, and I don't play those games. With that being said, guys, keep tapping the screen. We're almost, the likes are moving slow. We're only at 74,000 likes. Guys, okay, this is what we're going to do. I'm going to give you guys 10 minutes to get up to 150,000 likes. 10 minutes to get to 150,000 likes, or we are going to sub only. Guys, tap the screen. Let's get up to 150,000 likes. Let's also get the shares up to 400 shares. And if you are not a subscriber, please consider subscribing. We need 5 subscribers to hit our sub goal for the day. You get access to an amazing Discord with a bunch of resources, a bunch of great people. We do a lot of different things in the Discord. You get a fast pass for the panel for late nights with Santana. You get access to a bunch of really cool emotes. So if you are not a subscriber, please consider subscribing. But we got 10 minutes to get up to 150,000 likes. So tap the screen. Also, guys, we only need 20 more high bears to close out our daily gift goal for the daily gift goal. Can we knock that out so we can keep getting push out to the FYP? Breaking, are you a Trump supporter?
No, I'm not. I just realized that when you said it, man. I was just listening to your topic and
okay.
Then you said only Trump supporters. But
perfect. No worries. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, guys. Yeah, only request up if you are a Trump supporter. And I think it's Meridian Kate. Thank you so much for becoming a subscriber. You're amazing, guys. We only need 4 more subs to actually hit the sub goal. Is it XY fully?
Get a sky full of stars.
A sky full of stars?
Correct.
Oh, okay. Can I just call you Stars?
Sure.
Okay, perfect. And Stars, are you a Trump supporter?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Bama John, give me a minute because after the last one, I want to make sure that they're level.
I'm enjoying listening, man.
All right, Stars.
Well, yeah, hey, look, everybody in here listening to this needs to know though, that's not the majority. What you just heard, all right. There's a lot of those on this app, all right, but that's not the majority.
I
Just
don't,
like,
I
I
don't
mean,
know, Bama John.
no, the majority on both sides, the left and the right, the majority. I mean, they're not. You know, it's when you get to the very, you know, unintelligent far right or the very wound up far left. You know,
I tell you what, listen, Bama John, and I'll say this, and then I'm gonna come back to you. But I mean, you know, I talk to people every day, and the rarity is people that can actually hold a conversation and not crash out versus those who are quote unquote extreme. So
You know what I like about you too? You don't like when I say, if I said something, you don't say like, or like start thinking like, is there something wrong with you? Because on other lives, they've said like, is there something wrong with you? When I try and have a viewpoint, before I can even have a viewpoint, and they know I'm going to say something that's going to trigger them, it I don't know what it does to them. But they just go crazy.
Okay, we're gonna test that. We're gonna test that. Real quick though, Cloud9 over on YouTube. Listen, I try. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for that, Cloud9. I hope you're enjoying the show over on YouTube, guys. Follow me on Blue Sky. Follow me on Twitch. Follow me on YouTube. I am dual streaming on Twitch and YouTube at the same time. If you're not following me, follow me. So stars. You know what? I was gonna ask which one of these reasons why you think Trump is awesome, but I kind of want to hear what you have to say. Stars, tell me, why did you vote for Trump?
I voted for him because just the ridiculous thing of like jacking people's, I pay rent. So, and every time I pay rent, they're jacking up. They always say a different number. And it's like, you know what? I barely use any electricity. My utility bills are way down. So why am I paying for extra stuff that's not even worth paying for? You know?
Right. Yeah. So your big thing is that you don't like the actual
the
reason why
raising
they
the
keep
property.
actually yeah.
They're raising the property tax of every property that's in our state. I mean, you look at California, people are out on the streets. Why? Because they can't afford rent or a house. And to be able to live in a house, you have to make at least triple to 12 times the maximum amount. You know?
Yeah, no, absolutely. And you know what's interesting, because I agree, right? I completely agree. You remember like when like early in like 2017 and maybe like 2018, where you know, the cost of renting apartments and everything like that, they couldn't really actually raise the prices too high and all of those other things.
2018?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Hey, you want to take a guess what happened in 2019?
A reset. Oh, that's when like we were all on edge because we weren't sure what was going to happen. The virus.
No. Before that, because yeah, like C-19 hit in 2020, but no, actually on June the 25th, June the 25th, 2019, Donald Trump signed executive orders that actually deregulated not only the housing market but the renting market. That actually he actually passed he eliminated barriers for affordable housing and development. And he did a lot of different things there, right? But the couple of things that he did when it came to renting is he actually deregulated the amount that renters could actually continue to increase prices. So the fact that the renting market actually skyrocketed, and people could say, you now have to make 3 times the amount, and you now have to Like actually, you know, we can, instead of saying that we're going to increase the rent prices by $50 or $100, we can increase the rent prices by whatever we want. That's all because of what Donald Trump did on June the 25th, 2019. So
Yep.
when it comes to the actual renting market, that's on Trump.
Yeah.
So wouldn't you be upset at Trump for that?
But then why did he say now that he was going to decrease it?
Yeah, he says a lot of stuff, but can you
But
tell me
then they
how he's
say-
going to decrease it?
But then they say everything on the other side you're going to get for free.
No, that's not how it works.
Discounted rent, discounted food, whatever.
Yeah, well, no. No one says that you're going to get discounted rent or discounted food, but they actually had a
Food
plan.
prices are out of control.
I completely agree. But hold on. So all right. So we talked about rent,
Yeah.
right? And we talked about how, you know, even though your rent is going up, it's because of what Donald Trump did in 2019. Let's talk about food.
Yeah.
Who controls food prices?
The store.
Okay. So if the store controls food prices, how can a president actually dictate what the
Or the
prices are?
companies.
Yeah.
When they bring in the companies, it's the value of the product.
Yeah. No. Awesome. Hey, you want to know something else that's super interesting? When people
Yes.
when the stores get food, where do they get the food from?
Consumer companies
No.
that sell.
No. Think about it.
What?
Who grows the food?
Farmers.
Farmers.
Agriculture.
Absolutely. Hey, you know what Donald Trump did when he was in office last time?
What's that?
He started a trade war with China. He started putting tariffs on China, and China actually retaliated, and not only retaliated, but said, we aren't going to import your farm goods anymore. And fun fact, China was one of our biggest importers of farming goods, meaning our farmers sold a lot to them. So much so that when China said that they weren't going to actually import from our farmers anymore, it really hurt those local legacy farmers. And this is something that's been there's been repercussions of that ever since Donald Trump started that trade war, because ever since then we've had to continue to pass subsidies for farmers, meaning that we bailed out the farmers to try to keep them in business, but hundreds of legacy farmers could no longer stay in business. So those small farmers that used to sell to the grocery stores could no longer stay in business, and they had to sell their farms. Who do you think they sold their farms to?
Foreign investors.
Yeah, partially. Definitely. China actually bought up some of that farmland.
People overseas and
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
But also these big farm companies, like the bigger ones, they could actually continue to pay those prices. And so once you start to actually eliminate those legacy farmers and eliminate competition out of the market, you know what those big farmers actually did after buying up all those little farmers that Trump choked out by putting the tariffs in place?
What's that?
They started charging the grocery stores more money for the groceries. And you know what the grocery stores did since they had to pay more money for the groceries?
Slash prices.
You think the grocery store would slash prices after they had to pay more?
No, they raised prices.
Exactly. So they raised prices.
Sorry.
So, hey, fun fact, Donald Trump trade war with China choked out the farming industry, which impacted the groceries, which impact the grocery prices, which you just said that you have a problem with. So again, you've talked about the increase in rent prices and the increase in groceries, and both of those things were caused by Donald Jimothy Trump.
Can I tell you something?
Sure.
Why is it if I go to Walmart and buy a $5 gallon thing of milk versus if I go to a high quality store and buy it for $9.99 or something, or $11? Why is that?
Well, that's simply because when Hold on 1 second. I'm sorry. 1 second. Chat, we did not make it to 150,000 likes within that 10-minute time frame. So we're gonna go to sub only. We're gonna go to sub only. We're actually in a sub wave, so we need 3 more subscribers to close out the sub wave. So if you are not a subscriber, please consider subscribing. Please consider subscribing, guys. As soon as we get up to 175,000 likes, I will open the chat back up. So tap the screen, share the live out. If you are not a subscriber, please go ahead and grab a subscription. Also, guys, our daily gift goal is to let them cooks. If we can go ahead and knock that out, that would be amazing. But we need 3 more subscribers to close out our sub goal. That gets you access to the Discord, where we have a great community, a lot of resources. You get early information on a lot of the things that I'm doing, but you also get a fast pass to join the panel with Late Nights with Santana. All those amazing things, guys. As soon as we hit 175,000 likes, we will open the panel back out. But open the chat back up. But we got about 3 minutes to get 3 more subscribers. So if you are not a sub, please consider subscribing. If you are a sub and you actually love it here, please consider sending someone a subscription. With that being said, the reason why you can actually go to Walmart's, I like to call it the Walmart's, and you can buy milk for $5. But then if you go to somewhere like Whole Foods, that same gallon of milk is going to be $9, is one, because the market is dictated by the people that are selling the goods. And also, two, let's keep it funky, corporate greed, right? One of the major things that happened after C-19 is corporate greed. It was price gouging, in which they even admitted that they were gouging prices. The executives went on Capitol Hill, met with Congress, and said, actually, yes, during C-19, we actually use that as coverage to raise our prices. They hit us with shrinkflation and greedflation, meaning I have this bottle of Gatorade here, right? This bottle of Gatorade used to be a larger bottle of Gatorade for like $1.25. Now they shrunk the bottle. You get less Gatorade, and that same bottle is now $1.69. So it moved. They did shrinkflation and greedflation, and they raised the prices, and they even admitted that they raised the prices. And see the difference between Donald Trump and Kamala Harris. Kamala Harris had a plan to actually deal with price gouging. She wanted to actually pass price gouging laws across the country, because we have price gouging laws in about 36 states, but Donald Trump hasn't said anything about price gouging laws. He said, oh, we're going to reduce the prices of groceries, but he has not said how that's going to happen. And he hasn't even talked. As a matter of fact, after you voted for him, Star, Donald Trump turned around and said, oh, it's going to be hard to get the prices down. I don't know if we can do it. It's hard to do afterwards. So again, Star, it kind of sounded like you got sold a bill of goods on things that you wanted to happen. You talked about rent prices, and I explained to you how that was attributed to Donald Trump. You talked about grocery prices. I talked to you about how that's attributed to Donald Trump. And I even talked to you about how Donald Trump doesn't have a plan to actually fix any of those things. So do you know what you actually voted for, Star?
It may have started under Trump. I'm sorry to interrupt, man. It may have started under Trump, but it's gradually gotten worse over the last few years, guys. All right. It may, yes. That's so far. The little bit of a trade war with China, yes, it created problems. But our farmers didn't start struggling the most until 2021. They can't afford to buy seed. They can't afford to buy equipment. And that started when Biden kind of waged war on our energy.
You think so, Bama John?
Man, I do. I think I believe that a lot.
Bama John. So what happened in 2020?
And so yes, that was C-19. Yep,
it absolutely was. Absolutely, right. C-19. But the funny thing about C-19 is it hurt the supply chain, right? So not only did it hurt the supply chain, but that coupled with the fact that Donald Trump not only put tariffs on China, but he put tariffs on a lot of different things that actually hurt multiple industries, including the steel industry and also the industry. Well, he put tariffs that actually harmed John Deere. A lot of different things that combined in a pot that hurt the farming industry. So the fact that the farming industry had to go through those tariffs with China, the fact that they actually the steel industry was hurting, John Deere was hurting, the supply chain was hurting, C-19 had just happened, the world was trying to open back up, the actual gas prices were sky high because of the deal that Donald Trump actually cut with OPEC. Susie, thank you so much for the subscription. It was a perfect storm that hurt the farmers. So
why did it have to be union workers? endorse Trump.
Thank you for the cap. Huh?
Over like 85% or 95% of the union workers.
That doesn't sound right. Where did you get that number from, Star?
I got it from the Drudge.
The Drudge. Can you cite that source for me? I got my computer right here in front of me.
It's a reliable conservative report.
Reliable conservative report. Okay.
Yep.
Oh man.
Go on the Drudge, look, and it says it right there.
Yeah, I don't know if I can actually I don't know if I can actually follow that, but I do have some actual I don't think I'm gonna go to the Drudge, but what I will do, Henry, thank you so much for the subscription. You're freaking amazing, guys. Keep tapping. Hold on a second.
You don't want to know the truth.
No. Hold on a second, guys. Keep tapping the screen and sharing the live. We're almost at 175,000 likes. As soon as we hit 175,000 likes, we will open up the panel. I'm sorry, open up the chat. Keep tapping the screen. We're almost there. As soon as we hit 175,000 likes, we will open the chat back up. With that being said, I have no interest in going to the Drudge. What I actually did was pulled up this information from the Pew Research Center, where it actually breaks down the the actual union members that voted for Kamala Harris versus Donald Trump in 2025, and based on union versus non-union members, union versus non-union members, and again, this is from Pew Research Center. The title of the article is Key Facts About Union Members and the 2024 Election. It actually looks like here that based on union members, 50% of union members voted for Kamala Harris. 43% of union members voted for Donald Trump, and 6% of union members voted for other, meaning a different candidate. So based off of the actual information that was polled on the voters, more union voters voted for Donald Trump. I'm sorry, voted for Kamala Harris instead of Donald Trump.
You said it first.
Okay, I mean, you can just say that, but I'm telling you that's not true. Welcome back, chat. Just because you said I said it first doesn't mean that's right. Again, I misspoke. 50%.
You said Donald Trump.
50% of union members voted for Kamala Harris. 43% voted for Donald Trump, 6% voted for other. So again, more union workers voted for Kamala Harris instead of Donald Trump.
You know, you seem very intelligent. You got to know numbers can be manipulated.
Oh yeah. I got a high IQ, man.
Numbers. No, I'm talking to Santana.
He's definitely not talking to you, Star. Bama John is not talking to you, Star.
Yeah, you're very intelligent, man. You know that numbers can be manipulated depending on who's doing the study.
Well, you know what's funny though, that you're absolutely right. That's why I sat there and said, I'm not gonna actually look at the Drudge. That's why you're absolutely right, Bama John. That's why you want to actually check your facts with reputable sources like the Pew Research Center, which is a nonpartisan, non-biased actual research center, and this was done based off of exit polling, not pre-polling, which now we know. I don't trust.
Soros?
I'm sorry. Say it again, Star.
Who funded that? Who funded that? George Soros and all the elite, wealthy liberals.
Sure. Hold on one second. I know my wife is watching the live right now because she does all the time. Hey, baby, can you bring me the tinfoil? I need a hat. I'm sorry. I don't have my tinfoil. Can you grab the tinfoil for me? I need, if I'm going to talk to Star, I need. You need tinfoil? I got to make a hat, Star. If you and I are going to have this conversation, I need a hat. I don't think that I am properly equipped to talk to you at this moment. Yeah, baby, can you please bring me that tinfoil? I'll come back to you in just a moment, Star. But Bama John, you're absolutely right, and that's why we have to actually fact check, because I don't trust those polls beforehand, right? I don't trust those polls beforehand because those polls are definitely manipulated, and a lot of people don't tell the truth. But then also, I feel like they don't reach the right people when it comes to those actual polls. And that's why it's important to look at the polls as far as like, you know, what happens afterwards. Now, with that being said, Star, hold on 1 second, Star. All right, Star. Okay. We're good to go, Star. Tell me about George Soros and funding whatever you said. Okay, go ahead. You got the floor now, Star.
So all these things of, I'm going to do these big ideas. I got these big ideas.
Mm-hmm.
But then what happens later?
Mm-hmm.
Where does their money go?
Where does what money go, Star?
All their money.
All what? Who is there, Star? What are we talking about?
No, like all their money that they choose to give away.
Who is giving away money?
People like George Soros and all those wealthy elites.
Got it. Hey, Bama John, do you have your hat? Because
that think they.
I'm digging yours.
Money.
Okay, hold on 1 second, because I don't think I was actually prepared. So give me 1 second.
I think I get where he's going, but his delivery. I think I get where he's going, but maybe his delivery could have been a little, you know, there are some billionaires.
Hold on 1 second, Bama John. All right, Star. So are you saying where does the money go from the billionaires when they give it away?
Yeah, the wealthy elites.
The wealthy elites. Oh, wait. Oh. Star, I know what you're talking about. Star, you know what? Hold on. You're absolutely right, Star. Let me take this off. Chat, let me take this off because Star actually isn't crazy. Star is not crazy. Guys, Star is not crazy. Star, you're right. The wealthy elites, Star, you're absolutely right. The wealthy elites are giving away their money so they can actually buy the government. You're right, Star. You're absolutely right. Hey, Star.
Yes.
Who's the richest man on earth?
George Soros?
Nope, not even close.
Bill Gates?
Nope, not even close.
Elon
I'll give
Musk.
you a hint. Elon Musk. How much money did Elon Musk spend on the 2024 election?
$84 million.
Way more. Over double that. What up, Jess?
60 million.
Wait,
or no,
that's less. Star, what are you talking about?
No, I'm trying to think. 245 million.
He spent $240 million on the election. So the richest man on earth spent $240 million on the election for Donald Jimothy Trump. So, Star, you're absolutely right. The super elite, the super rich, the richest man on earth is absolutely giving away his money to influence politics. It just so happens that he's using it to influence Donald Trump and buy a president. He bought a president. So, Star, you're right. It's just that you're a little bit confused as far as where the money's going.
He can throw out the liberal left ideology.
But no, wait. Didn't you? Wait. Hold on, Star. Didn't you just have a problem with that like just a few minutes ago until you?
Nope.
Star.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my God. Stop fucking lying.
Star, you literally just had a problem when you were talking about George Soros. But then as soon as you realize it was Elon Musk doing it for Donald Trump, now you don't have a problem.
Well, nope. There's the other ones now have a history of wanting to destroy this country, wanting to tear down everything. It's
Bama John.
I'm just saying I mean, they've got a history.
Everybody
Hold
in the
on, Bama
universe-
John, because I didn't know I was
everybody
going to
at
need
the
this for you too.
university.
Hold on. Wait 1 second, both of you. I had no idea that I was going to need this for you, Bama John. Oh my God.
Anybody at the universities are scamming us out of false information.
The universities are scamming us out of
Yes.
false. The university are
I
scamming
don't
us
believe
out. Wait, hold on,
anything-
hold on. You
I
said
don't
the
believe
unit. Hold on,
anything
Star.
at the
Star.
universities. Because the universities are filling our
God
future
damn it,
nation.
Star. Hold on 1 second, Star.
Our,
Because
our
Change topics
future
a little
nation.
bit.
wait, no, you
Complete
gotta
crap.
give me a minute because I need an antenna for this one, Star. Golly, Star.
Going to college teaches you nothing.
Hold on. Okay, I got my antenna now. So universities, holy smokes, universities are scamming people out of money. Okay,
Yep.
there we go. And we can't trust universities.
Education does not equate to intelligence. All right, that's two different
You don't
things.
need one.
You're absolutely right. Education does not equate to intelligence, but whatever Star is on doesn't equate to intelligence
Right.
either.
He jumped topics a little bit. But I mean, you know, all right. We don't vote for presidents anymore. We vote against presidents. That's what's
That's
got the
absolutely
national
incorrect.
election.
You might do that, but I don't.
No, I mean that's why Biden got elected, because so many
That's
people
true.
were
I
voting
agree.
against
I
Trump.
agree. I agree.
And
I
then-
agree
Live
with
under
that one.
Castro.
And I feel like that's what happened this time. People were voting against what we were living in.
That's absolutely. Listen, so
You
the simple fact of the matter is,
like socialism. You think everything's free.
Star, what's socialism?
When, oh yeah, everything I can get is I'm going to get what I get.
That's
and
not
everything's going to
socialism.
be free. Yes.
That's not socialism.
Yes.
That's not socialism.
Venezuela, Cuba. You look at it.
Cuba was a communist. Cuba was communist, but that's not socialism.
Socialism.
That's not socialism. What you just said.
Define socialism then?
No, you know what, Star? Because no, I've been educating you this whole time. So this is what I want you to do, Star. I'm going to give you time. You go find out what socialism is. Look up the definition and you come back to me. Go, Star. Go.
What is socialism?
Socialism is an economic and political philosophy encompassing diverse economic and social systems, characterized by social ownership means production, as opposed to private. Keep reading.
Got it.
Okay, perfect. Now tell me what socialism is.
Where like everybody comes together and kind of gives people free things.
God damn it, Star. It just read it off to you and you.
Yeah.
Star, really? Like it just read it off to you, Star, and you still couldn't get it.
Yep.
Oh,
Enjoy the hood.
no, that's not socialism, Star.
Yep.
That's
Enjoy
that's
the
not-
hood. Enjoy your
what?
Section 8.
Did you say enjoy the hood and my Section 8?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wait, Star, are you doing a racism?
Dude.
No.
Hold on, Bama John. Star, are you doing a racism?
No, you're just agitated by my
Wait, but it sounded like you just did a racism. Oh, and now what are you doing? An ableism now? Star, you are doubling that. Star. Are you crashing out now, Star?
Nope, I'm good.
Are you sure? Because you just did a racism,
I'm glad
and then you
Trump
follow the
won.
racism by
Trump
an
won.
ableism.
Trump won and your team lost.
We
No,
agree on
we
a
don't
couple
play
of
on
things,
teams.
Star. We agree on a couple of things, but now I'm falling back to when you first blogged on talking about people asking you, "Are you okay?"
He did a racism and then he did an ableism, and now he thinks he's on a team. Hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 second, guys. W's in the chat for Corey. Corey sent a $2 donation. Said this has to be Liam, but the foil is expensive. You know you're about to need more. You're absolutely right, guys. Thank you, Corey. Thank you for the $2 to help go for the foil, guys. Cash App, PayPal, Venmo. All of my pay links are in the link tree in the bio. Santana Speaks 24. Santana Speaks 24 is the best way to support the live. If you enjoy the information, education, entertainment, please, please, please consider donating. Everything is accepted. Anything is appreciated. With that being said, we do have Star up here. Star has officially done a racism. Star is now doing an ableism. Star is now crashing out. And even Bama John is understanding why people don't like Star. Star, Star.
Because you hate Trump.
Star, no. Well, yeah, I absolutely hate Trump. But Star, I didn't have a problem with you. The fact that you're crashing out has nothing to do with me hating Trump.
Fine. I'm with Trump.
And what does that mean? Star, you voted for Trump, and I've sat here and explained to you how you voted for something that you had no idea what you were voting for.
Oh,
Even
yeah,
you,
I knew what I was voting for.
What did you vote for, Star? What
Freedom.
Star? Hold on. Thank you for the cake. Star. Freedom. Are you sure, Star? Did you vote? Did you vote for Trump because you didn't want to vote for the black woman?
No.
Yeah, come on, Star. Keep it fun. Listen, Star, you got away with doing your racism.
Trump
you got away. You got away with doing the racism. You also got away with doing the ableism. Star, keep it funky with me. Did you vote for? Thank you for the cake. Did you vote for Trump because you didn't want to vote for the black woman?
No, I support blacks. Trump supported them too.
Howdy, partner. First of all, Star, it's not blacks. It's not blacks.
Oh, yeah.
It's black people. And how do you support black people, Star? Is it by saying that enjoy your Section 8 in the hood by coming on into a black man's space and putting a black man down? Is that how you support black people?
No.
Well, how do you support black people, Star?
Like anybody else.
Like anybody else? What? To be specific. You're talking really vague. Be specific.
Say if
hey, Star, I got a question for you.
Fortune 5 business.
Star, I got a question
and
for you.
I say, hey, want to join my business?
Star, I got a question for you.
You can join my business.
Star, I got a question for you.
Yeah.
How many times have you said the N-word?
0.
I don't believe you, Star. You don't have to lie to me.
0.
Hey, Jessica Simone, thank you for the galaxy.
I don't talk like a trash bag.
You sure about that? Because you've already done a racism, and you also, howdy, partner, you did a racism, and then you did an ableism. Star, keep it funky with me. Listen, it's okay. It's just me and you talking right now. How many times have you said the N-word?
0.
I don't believe you, Star. I think you're lying.
People at hospitals and down in the cities throw out the N-word all the time.
And do you say it with them?
Nope.
You sure about that, Star?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Star, what about when you're rapping music? Do you say it with them while you're rapping?
I don't rap.
You don't rap? What type of music do you listen to, Star?
70s and like classic music.
W's in the chat for Courtney. Courtney sent a $1 donation, said, tell him to turn on his camera. This is definitely Liam. You know what? It wouldn't be surprised if it was. I wouldn't be surprised if it was Liam, because Liam actually does the racism a lot as well. Star, can you turn on your camera? I'm going to send you an invite to turn on your camera.
Why?
Because the chat want to know, is this Liam? And now I kind of want to know, is it Liam as well?
Okay, I'm going to block you.
Why? Because you don't want to do the racism anymore?
Nope.
Why are you blocking me?
Because you have this like highly
intelligent,
fabricated left view of.
You're not being coherent now, my friend.
If I told you the world's going to end tomorrow, you would believe me and say the world's going to end tomorrow.
Oh no, I would never believe you. The simple fact of the matter is, you've been up here talking to me and I've disproven everything that you said. I even had to break out a tinfoil hat to be able to speak to you at certain points. There's no way I would believe anything that you said. You could tell me that it's raining outside and I would still walk outside to look for myself, because quite literally, Star, I don't think that you actually know much.
The people that are in the White House now will be walking out in utter shame.
You think so? Hey, thank you for the goggles. You think so?
Yes.
Kind of like, wait, is it going to be the shame that Donald Trump walked out of when he actually incited January the 6th and incited people to actually try to unalive
Nope.
Mike Pence and all of those
Nope.
other things?
Mike Pence was a traitor. And
Mike Pence
he
was a traitor because he
secretly-
wouldn't actually overturn the
No.
election?
He was
Hey,
secretly
thank you for the gold
ganging
chain.
up on Trump and saying, hey, we're this and that about Trump.
How was he ganging up on Trump when he
And
was
he
literally
supported
kissing
the
Trump's butt?
Democratic Party
How was he supporting the Democratic Party?
because he was a con man.
You mean
He was
Donald
never
Trump is the
supporting
con
Trump.
man? You mean Donald
No.
Timothy Trump? You mean your mango Messiah is the con man? The
Nope.
greatest grifter on earth, the one that sells Bibles and sells pieces of his suits and sells
Yep.
NFTs and sells Christmas ornaments and sells cologne. Hey, what president do you know sells all this crap? What billionaire do you know that has another grift? Donald Trump is the con man. Come on, Star.
No.
Star, you've been conned. You said that you voted for Trump because you didn't like the price of rent. You
Biden
didn't like the
has been
price
a
of groceries.
career
And you were
criminal
literally conned
politician.
because you thought that Donald Trump could actually lower any of those things. You got conned by one of the greatest con mans in history.
There's a
Donald
fine line
Trump can
between
do
con
more
man
than
and
what
businessman.
Donald Trump can do more in one day than Biden has in 4 years.
Yeah, Donald Trump can poop his diaper. Donald Trump can go golfing, and Donald Trump can tweet out about 50 or 60 lies all in one day. He is really
Biden
good
should
at
go
doing
live
all of those.
overseas for 5 months
Okay.
in a war-torn country that he wrecked.
What? What are you talking
Because
about?
we're in
Star?
World War III right now.
We're in World War III right now.
Yeah. Yep.
When did World War III start?
When Biden took office.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about, Star? What are you talking about?
What are you talking about?
What are you? Are you doing another ableism, Star? Star, you are
Yep.
gross, dude.
You're disgusting.
Gross.
Because you're living in the hood.
Star, you said I'm in the hood.
Yeah.
So, Star, are you doing another?
You talk like
Star,
you're in the hood.
Star, do all black people live in the hood?
I spent
Yeah,
a lot of my life in
basically.
the
Hold on
hood.
one second,
They
Bama
live
John.
in the
Hold on one
hood
second,
and
Bama
the
John.
Bronx.
Star, do all black people live in the hood?
And the Bronx.
So all black people live in the hood and in the Bronx
And in New York.
and
Yep.
in New York. Holy smokes. The
'Cause that's
racism is
why
strong
they're all
with you, Star.
shithole states.
Star, hold on one second. Guys, W's in the chat for Courtney. Courtney sent a $1 donation, said,
They're all
tell
shithole
Liam,
states
hold on
and
one
they're
second, Star.
living in poverty.
Hold on one second, Star. Just pause your crash out for a moment. W's in the chat for Courtney, who sent a $1 donation, said, tell Liam to turn on his camera and drop and give us some push-ups. Yeah, definitely. W's in the chat also for Lynette. Lynette said, how much to kick? I'm done with this ass hat. First of all, Lynette, don't be taking my words. You know, ass hat is my saying. Secondly, again, I don't normally do pay to kick, but you know what? I was on Jessica Simone live last night, and Jessica Simone, they even though I was a friendly, they paid to kick me, and they paid $50. You know what? $50 pay to kick, and we'll get Star up out the paint. But besides that, you know, I'm just enjoying watching Star do the racism. So, Star, you said all black people live in the hood in Brooklyn and in New York. Star, do you live in New York?
Minneapolis.
So black people live in Minneapolis as well. Star,
Yep.
where are you getting this information from?
Local statistics.
Can you cite your source?
The news.
What news?
The local news.
What local news?
You turn on the news and watch a half an hour of the local news and all
What
of it's
local news? Where you
like
should I turn on the local
Fox
news where I
9,
live?
Fox 9.
Oh, Fox 9. Hold on, let me see where Fox 9 is, because now you got me wondering.
Or you know, like all those Los Angeles news agencies. And
Don't try to switch it up and say don't try to say. Star, do you live in Minneapolis?
Yep.
I knew it. I absolutely knew it. I absolutely knew it. That's why you named Fox 9. I thought you said, okay, so now you're saying black people live in the hood, in the Bronx, in New York, and in Indianapolis.
Indianapolis?
I'm sorry.
What the
St. Paul, Minnesota.
He forgot what I said.
Yeah, because you said so many wild things. Guys, W's in the chat for Jeremy. Jeremy sent a $25 donation for the kick fund to get this dookie head that's doing the racism. W's in the chat for Jeremy. They put $25 on your head, Star. Also, W's in the chat for Corey, who sent $1 to the Liam kick pool. So now he got $26. That means only $24 more, and we're getting you up out the paint, Star. Star, why don't you like black people?
I like black people.
Are you sure? Because you come up here, you called them blacks. You said they live in the hood. You've insulted me, said that I was on Section 8. It doesn't seem like you like black people.
Black conservative. Yep.
You like black conservative. So you like black.
Yep.
You like
black.
black.
Blacker.
W's in the chat for Stephanie, who sent $1 donation, says for Susie wants to know if Liam house has wheels. You absolutely know it does. You absolutely know it does. Yeah, you've come up here and you've been racist. You've doubled down, tripled down on the racism. So are you scared of black people? Like, what's the deal, Star? And also, what's with the crash out? Why do you like you've been racist, you've been ableist? Like, what's happening? W's in the chat for Lynette. Lynette sent a $25 donation for the rest of the kick fund. Star, you know what? Plain and simple, go fuck yourself. W's in the chat for Lynette for the $25 donation. That was wild. Bama John, he showed why people say they call him out on his BS. Right. Absolutely prove why people keep calling him out on his BS.
Well, I mean, he tries to put on a good show, but the problem is that he makes a big group of people look bad,
Yeah, those are your people, Bama John.
No, he makes my people look bad.
No, Bama John when we started talking, I told you more often than not, those are your people. I told you he was not
on here though, man.
Bama John, I told you you're the exception, not the rule. I'm telling you, those are your people. Roy, are you a Trump supporter?
I mean, I did vote for Trump, yeah, but he wasn't necessarily my first choice. I would have rather Vivek Ramaswamy been the nominee or the candidate, but that's a whole.
Really? I thought you were going to say RFK, but you would have preferred Ramaswamy.
No. I really wanted Vivek Ramaswamy to be the nominee, but unfortunately he wasn't. And but I think that one of the things that I guess I wanted to say while coming up here was I think that a lot of people kind of get it confused where they say I don't think that Trump personally was the most ideal and qualified candidate by any means at all. And I think it's kind of dishonest, disingenuous to say that. But I think on the other hand, though, the main reason why he won is because a lot of people voted against Harris because the other choice that they had between Trump and a shit candidate that the Democrats installed. I think that was the main reason why Trump won, is because what happened in 2020 was kind of the same thing. People voted against Trump. That's why Biden won. And now it's kind of the same thing where people voted against Harris, and that's why Trump won.
Yeah, you're wrong.
What makes me wrong about that?
Just
do you honestly think wait, let me ask you a question, Santana.
Well, hold on. Can I answer your question first?
Yeah, sure.
So the reason why I say that you're wrong is just because of the way that the actual election went in 2020 versus 2021, right? And I say that to say Donald Trump in 2020 received 74,224,319 votes, right? But then in 2024, Donald Trump received 77,303,573 votes. So that means that Donald Trump received a little over 3.1 million more votes than he received in 2020. On the other hand, Joe Biden received 81,284,666 votes, where Kamala Harris received 75,019,257 votes. So Joe Biden actually received a little over 6 million more votes than Kamala Harris. So I say all that to say it wasn't an instance where all of these people ran over and vote for Donald Trump. It's that the people didn't show up and vote for Kamala Harris. So it wasn't that, oh,
Yeah,
people
exactly.
voted
And
against.
because she was a shit candidate. Like,
why was she a shit candidate?
Because number one, the only reason that she got to where she is because of DEI and nepotism. That's number
one.
DEI and nepotism.
Hold on one second, Roy. Hold on one second, Roy. Hold on one second,
Okay.
Roy. How can an elected official be a DEI candidate?
Because the only reason, because do you know that in 2020, right? When not even in the beginning of 20, I don't know if it was the beginning of 2019, 20, whenever Joe Biden decided he was going to pick a vice president, he said, I want a black woman. I don't care what other qualifications that they have. I just want a black woman. So that's the only reason that Kamala Harris even got the nomination as vice president was because of DEI. That's literally the definition of DEI.
That's not the definition of
it is. It's electing people based on race, creed, anything else that doesn't have to do with qualification. That's what DEI is. So.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
And the only reason,
listen,
and also because I say nepotism too. The reason why I said nepotism is
hold
because
on before you get into the whole nepotism thing, in which we can definitely get into that. But before we get into the whole nepotism thing, just an FYI, you're wrong, right? Joe Biden never said that he would pick a black woman.
Yes,
Joe
he did.
Biden, no, he didn't.
Literally did.
No, he didn't. Again,
did. Go back and look where he said that he wants a black woman to be my running mate. That's what he literally said that.
Hey, Roy, are you gonna shotgun or are you gonna let me speak?
All right, speak.
So there's an MP article right here. It says the growing pressure of Joe Biden picking his running mate. Will it be a black woman? This actually speaks on what Joe Biden said. Joe Biden said that his running mate will be a woman, but he did quote and say that the fact is the road to the White House is powered by black women, and black women are the key to the Democratic victory in 2020. He never said that I am going to pick a black woman as a vice president. He said I'm going to pick a woman as vice president, but then he did say that black women are key to the victory. So if you want to try to put those two together, you're reaching, but he never said that he was going to pick a black woman as his vice president. Now, he did say, Roy, that he's going to pick a black woman for the Supreme Court justice. So you might be conflating those two, but he never said specifically that there was going to be a black woman for his vice president. So with that being said, can you explain to me where the nepotism is?
Hey, so the nepotism comes in was because when she was starting out as
Josh, thank you for the sub,
as a district attorney or whatever she started out at, I don't know, I think it was district attorney, right? The only reason that she got to where she is and why she climbed up the ladder was because Willie Brown wanted her. Willie Brown was obsessed with her, and he was like, I'm going to do whatever it takes to get this woman to get ahead in her political career. And that's what happened. That's literally the definition of nepotism, is getting somebody ahead because you know them, because you have strong connections to certain people that are in those positions. That's what nepotism is. Like, that's the only she wasn't qualified for shit. She kept people in jail longer than they should have been because
hold on. Wait. Roy, hold on. You're moving on to another topic. So you said the only reason that Kamala Harris was in her position, is because she dated Willie Brown, right? Willie Brown wanted her.
Yeah, Willie Brown wanted her. That's the main reason that she even got ahead.
Fun fact. Kamala Harris, and this is fact checked by Reuters, so you can actually look up the article. This actually talks about it. It's fact check. Kamala Harris and Willie Brown had a relationship over a decade ago after his wife separating. This talks about, because a lot of people say, oh, she was a home wrecker and he was still married. One, he and his wife were actually separated at that time. And two, Kamala Harris.
I never said she was a home wrecker.
No. I didn't say you said that. I didn't say you said that. But a lot of people say that. But Kamala Harris, at the time of dating Willie Brown, was already Armadale County District Attorney. So when they started dating, Kamala Harris had already had that position of DA. She became district attorney in 1994. Kamala Harris started dating Willie Brown after she was already district attorney. So for you to sit here and say that Kamala Harris got her position because she was dating Willie Brown is wrong. Roy,
No,
you're 0 for 2.
No, I didn't say that. I didn't say that. I never said district attorney. I said the only reason that she climbed up the ladder was because of Willie Brown and because of nepotism. The only reason that she got, the only reason that she became state representative, the only reason that she eventually became vice president, and all these, why she climbed up the political ladder was because of nepotism.
Okay, that's cool. That's cool.
Yeah.
Hey, quick question. So you're saying that the reason why she was able to become attorney general and a senator and a vice president is because of nepotism and because she, slept with Willie Brown, right?
Santana, hey, I got to drop.
Many reasons.
Okay, Bama John. Yeah,
I'm sorry,
I appreciate you. I appreciate you, Bama
Hey,
John.
look, I just real quick though. I just pulled up easily 4 videos Biden referring to picking a woman of color as his VP.
I'm not saying that he didn't talk about the possibility of picking a woman of color, because it does say that. Again, I just read the quote, and it does say that he definitely talked about the possibility of picking a woman of color, but he never said it will be a woman of color.
Right. Okay. And please let me say this before I go. Okay. There's a lot of things stirring in this world. There's a lot of people that don't like us. Got a minute ago talking about World War III was already started. Didn't have much sense, but it could be right around the corner.
I hear you, but listen, Bama John, I'm gonna drop you down. I don't want to get into the World War III talk. Listen, that's a whole different thing, and I'd have to put my tinfoil hat back on for that one, Bama John. I appreciate you coming up, guys. Keep tapping the screen. There's 1,000 of us in here hanging out, and things are moving kind of slow. I don't know what's happening, but guys, keep tapping the screen. Let's get the likes up to 100, up to 300,000 likes. Let's get the shares up to 600 shares. Also, we still have the daily goal. Oh, you guys just knocked out the daily gift goal, so I'm gonna reset that. Also, guys, please remember, follow me on Blue Sky, follow me on Twitch, follow me on YouTube, just to make sure that we are able to continue to have these conversations, these debates. Also, guys, Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, all of my pay links are in the link tree in the bio. Santana Speaks 24. Santana Speaks 24 is the best way to support the live. So if you enjoy the information, education, entertainment, please consider donating. Everything is accepted. Anything is appreciated. Rican Texan, are you a Trump supporter? Rican Texas, are you a Trump supporter?
Rican Texas.
Okay, I'm gonna drop you down.
Well, I did that by accident. Sorry about that.
No worries at all. I'm gonna drop you down. I appreciate
it. All
right,
so wait, so Santana, I have a question for you.
No, because I have to address that. You said that the reason why Kamala Harris was able to actually progress is because of nepotism, because she slept with people that helped push her to the top.
No, I never said that. Okay,
well, restate the nepotism.
That's rumored. Restate the nepotism is that Willie Brown was obsessed with her, right? And because of his what's it called? His position, so to call it, or his just strings or connections or whatever you want to call it, right? His higher up powers, he was able to pull some strings and get her into the positions that she was elected in, because he said, I want this woman to be successful. I want her to advance in careers. I want to make her.
Okay, cool. So Willie Brown pulled strings to get her into her elected positions. That's what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay. Listen to it again. Willie Brown pulled strings to get her into her elected positions. Is that true?
You think every single one of those was elected?
Hold on. Answer the question.
And you can buy votes.
Hold on. No. Don't run from it. Don't run from it, Roy.
This is literally what you guys said that Elon Musk did in this election. Roy, votes. Like, it's very easy to buy votes. Like, it's
Roy, don't run from it. Roy, Willie Brown pulled strings to get her into her elected positions. Yes or no?
Yeah. I mean, that's not
so cool.
I mean, that's not 100%. That's not 100%. Like, there's obviously more that goes into it, but that's the main reason why
yeah.
I would argue that's one of the main reasons why.
Yeah. Okay. So cool. Hold on one second.
All right, wait, Santana, can I ask you a question though?
1 second. All right, so so in order for Kamala Harris became Attorney General, she became the senator in California, and she became vice president. How many people did Willie Brown have to talk to get her all those votes for those multiple people?
I mean, probably a lot.
So Willie Brown had enough stroke to get everybody
like I
to
said,
vote
there's
for
more
her.
that goes into it, Santana. You
But no, you don't
obviously
like.
did you not hear?
Stop
Did you
it,
not
Roy.
hear that part of my answer too?
Roy, but the simple fact of the matter is, if Willie Brown could have actually pulled, so you're saying Willie Brown is a kingmaker? That's
no,
what
I
you're
never
saying.
said that. No, I never said that. I said he pulled some strings in order to get
How?
her
Who
to
is
be in
pulling
the position where she can get that many votes
Who?
and get elected. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, so cool. Now, you know what? I'm sorry. I'm done doing this. Let's actually talk about the actual DEI hire, the actual nepotism hire. Donald Trump, quite literally was only president because of DEI.
What? Donald Trump was president because of a lot. Well, actually, no, it wasn't even just one reason. It was a lot of reasons. I can't even say. I can't even just be like, oh, he won because of this. Like, yeah, it's part of it, but there's a lot of things. But no, I don't think it has anything to do with DEI. I think that.
Yeah,
like,
I hear you. I hear you.
What is like? What is like?
So
let me ask you this, Santana.
No. We're gonna stick on this. Donald Jimothy Trump was a DEI president. The reason why I say Donald Trump was a DEI president, because in 2016, Donald Trump received 62,984,828 votes. Hillary Clinton received 65,853,514 votes.
Yeah, but she lost the electoral college.
She absolutely did. She
lost the
absolutely did.
electoral.
Hold on one second. Hold on 1 second, Roy. Hold on 1 second, Roy. Hold on 1 second, Roy. Donald Trump, the only reason Donald Trump was elected is because of diversity, equity, and inclusion. The only reason that Donald Trump won is because it's because states like Utah gets 6 electoral college votes, where Nevada gets 6 electoral college votes, where Nevada is larger than Utah, and then Utah actually gets 6 electoral college votes, and New Mexico gets 5 electoral college votes, where New Mexico is larger than Utah. Quite literally, the electoral college gives these states that don't have as many people a voice in the presidency.
Well, they should. Do you want states like Texas and California to decide every election?
No, what I would want, Roy, what I would want is for the population to actually get the votes. Whoever gets the most votes for the total population should be the president. Hillary Clinton should have been the president. Donald Trump is a DEI president, not in 2024, but in 2016, he was a DEI president. If it wasn't for the electoral college, Trump would have never become the president. He did not get the most votes. More people wanted Hillary Clinton than wanted Donald Trump, but he was a DEI president. Boom. As a matter of fact, define
DEI. Define DEI for me.
Do another one.
Define DEI for me.
One more for me. Boom. And okay, so you want to get into that. What up, Pickle Raid? You want to get into that. You know what's
Define
interesting,
DEI
right?
for me. You said
Hold on, I know
so
what
what's
DEI is. I know what DEI
Okay, so
is,
define
but
it.
hold on,
So you
before
should-
we get
so
into
you-
that,
so you
hold
should have
on,
no issue
hold
with
on one
giving me a
second, Roy.
definition,
Hold on one second, Roy.
Santana.
Hold on one second, Roy. W's in the chat for Emmanuel. Emmanuel sent a $2 donation that says, this dummy guest doesn't even know what nepotism is. Where's Kamala Harris' family? Where in Kamala Harris' family was something handed to her? Kamala literally earned everything. Be respectful. Yeah, he didn't know what
Nepotism
means.
doesn't just include family, dude. It's friends too.
Yeah.
Like it's
Anywho,
it doesn't just
W's
it's
in
not
the
just
chat for
family. It
Stephanie.
can include close
W's
friends,
in the
dude.
chat. Roy,
not-
hold on. W's in the
That's
chat
what
for
nepotism-
Stephanie.
like,
Hold on,
nepotism
I'm
just
still
a-
reading. Roy, give me a second. I'm thanking my donations. W's in the chat for Stephanie. Stephanie sent a $1 donation to say, Roy is mad Kamala is smarter than him. Kamala's definitely smarter than Roy. W's in the chat for Stephanie. Guys, Cash App, PayPal, Venmo. All of my pay links are in the link tree in the bio. Santana Speaks 24. Santana Speaks 24 is the best way to support the live. If you enjoy the information, education, entertainment, please, please, please consider donating. Everything is accepted. Anything is appreciated. Guys, keep tapping the screen. Let's get the likes up to 300 likes. 300,000 likes. Let's get the shares up to 700 shares. Also, if you are a Trump supporter, get in the box. If you are a Trump supporter, get in the box. This is Sparring with Santana. We are looking for debates with Trump supporters. We have Roy up here, who is a Trump supporter. If you are a friendly, keep tapping the screen. And also, you guys are sending the hand hearts. Let's go ahead and knock those out. We're almost halfway. Can we please take care of those hand hearts? You guys are amazing. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. Roy.
So can you define DEI for me?
Yeah, no. Hold on. What I was about to say. What I was about to say, Roy, is before I define DEI, because I've literally been up here debunking, in the words of Mr. Thomas, debunk. I've been up here debunking things that you've been saying, right? And you
haven't
made multiple
debunked
claims.
anything that I've said. And
I've literally debunked multiple things that you've said, from the fact that Kamala Harris.
No, you haven't.
Yeah, I've literally debunked multiple things.
No, you
but with
haven't,
that being
dude. You're
said,
being
Roy,
disingenuous if you actually
wait, Roy. With that being
you
said,
made a lot of good points. You made a lot of good points. I won't disagree with
hold
that.
on.
But you haven't
Hold
dismantled
on,
anything that I
Roy.
said.
Hold on. You said that Kamala Harris was a DEI hire. You brought up DEI. So this is what I would like to do. You tell me what's the definition of DEI, and then I'll tell you what's my definition of DEI, unless it's different than yours, and then we'll actually look up the definition and I'll read it verbatim. So you go first.
DEI, first of all, it stands for diversity, equity, and inclusion, right?
I agree with that part.
Okay, so then where in that, if Trump being a DEI candidate, where in that has it to do with diversity? Where is Trump getting elected? Where's diversity?
So wait, are we sticking with wait, hold on. Are we sticking to actually defining DEI, or do you want to move on to how Donald Trump was a DEI hire or a DEI president?
They both kind of fall into the same question.
Well, let's do one at a time. I don't want to run everything together.
You can't make the argument that Trump is DEI if you don't even know what DEI is.
Oh, I know what DEI
definition
is.
Of what DEI is.
I completely know that. I know what DEI is. That's why I actually explained to you. Like, I've already explained to you why he was DEI president. But go ahead and finish defining what diversity, equity, and inclusion is.
Okay. Well, diversity, equity, inclusion would be trying to include people in positions that have been historically been held by either white people, not even just white heterosexual people, just white people in general, right? And that part I feel is good, but hiring, but it also falls under hiring people based on anything that's not qualification. Qualifications kind of go to the bottom of the list. Everything else goes to the top. That's what kind of DEI entails too. It's like, it doesn't, the qualifications go to, I'm not saying that qualifications aren't on there, but they're kind of at the bottom of the list. They go towards the bottom.
Okay. Cool. All right. So that's your sense of DEI. So what I believe DEI is giving an actual, giving an equitable chance for whether it's people or giving an equitable opportunity for the different people, meaning giving an opportunity not based off of your race or your sex or your able ability, meaning disabled, but giving an equal opportunity based off of your actual merit. So not based off of your skin tone, not based off of your sex, not based on your physical stance, but giving an opportunity for everyone to actually access something. So that's what my understanding of DEI is. So let's look it up and actually give the definition of what DEI is, and let's see who's closer to actually being right, because your point was DEI is based off of not merit, but I'm sorry, say it again. I don't want to misquote you. You said not merit, but what?
I said not. I said it's not based on qualifications or merit.
Yeah, that's what you said. Not qualifications.
It's usually based on their sex, their gender, their race, anything that's not what's called that goes under the word of like qualifications, so to speak.
Cool. All right, perfect. All right, so looking up the definition, DEI stands for diversity, equity, and inclusion, referring to a concept that aims to create an environment where people of all backgrounds feel welcome, respected, and have equal opportunities to participate and succeed, taking into account factors like race, gender, ethnicity, ability, and other sexual orientation. It's an emphasis on both the presence of diversity perspectives, and active effort to ensure everyone has fair access and a sense of belonging. So DEI, again, is making sure that no matter if I'm a black man or you're a white man, and I'm assuming, I don't know, or if we're talking about an Asian woman, or if we're talking about a disabled veteran, or we're talking about a transsexual, a trans woman, no matter who it is, everyone has the ability to seek the same opportunity.
Okay,
really?
Okay. Then if DEI was truly that, then let me ask you a question. If a lot
Hold
of these people like you know what's going on like in Los Angeles, like you know how Los Angeles has a has a lesbian like fire chief or whatever. Let me ask you a question. If there's such a small percentage of the population, then why are they holding the whole the most powerful positions of government? And why are there so many people that have these positions if there's such a low percentage of the population?
Why is that?
Why is that?
What
Can you answer me that?
Well, I'm confused at your question, Roy. What your question wasn't coherent. Try it again.
My question was why, if these people are such a low percentage of the population, right? If they're like 5%,
what people?
People that are lesbian, people that are transsexual, people that are
Yeah, I don't think you know what those words mean, friends. If you're a lesbian is not a transgender person.
I know. I never said that.
But what are you talking about, lesbians, or are you talking about transgender people? Which one? Because you're getting confusing, my friend.
Well, I mean both. You can like I would say, I mean, obviously trans people have a lower percent of the population than people that are lesbian do, but it's still low enough to the point where it's a little bit alarming that there's such a high percentage of these people in government. If there's such a low percent, that doesn't make sense.
How is there a high percentage?
If they weren't getting hired for that reason, then why is there so many?
Hold on. Take a step back. Where are you getting that there's a high percentage of trans people in the government?
Look at Biden's cabinet. What are you talking about? There's a large percentage of people that are part of the wait,
because you're not answering the question. Roy.
Look at Biden's entire cabinet.
Roy, you're shotgunning, baby. Stay with me. Where are you actually getting information? Where are you getting actual information about there being a large number of trans people in the government?
I never said trans people. I said part of the LGBTQ community, but that would fall under trans.
Okay, so because you kind of pivoted again, so you're saying the entire queer community?
Yeah, the entire queer community.
Roy, you do understand that the queer community is very wide ranging, and there's people that's a part of the queer community that you don't even know about.
Okay, yeah, but it's not that large of the population to where it would make sense that there'd be such this large percentage of them in high positions of government and high positions of power if there wasn't something else that goes into it, like for example DEI and hiring these people because they're a part of this community. Like that's the point that I'm trying to make, is if it's an entire, like it's such a low percentage. Well, I don't want to say such a low percentage. Like you've already said that. It's low enough to the point. It's low enough to the point where there shouldn't be.
So
as
it
many
shows here
people
by a Gallup poll.
in government without there being something else
Give me
involved.
give me
That's
one
my
second. Give me one second. Give me one second. So there was a study done by Gallup, which is a trusted poll, a 2023 Gallup poll, where they actually completed a census check estimating that 7.6 of adults in America identify as a part of the LGBTQI plus community. So 7.6 adults, 7.6% of adults in America.
Oh, okay. You know how that's such a
hold
low
on.
percentage.
You're gonna let me land this plane. You're gonna let me land this plane. You're gonna absolutely let me land this plane. Hold on one second. All right, so
yeah, somebody just said in the comments 14 in the current.
That's what I was just about to say. That's what I was just about to say.
So that's a lot for being such a low percentage of the population. That's a lot.
Hold on. So in 2024, there's 14 openly LGBTQ Q plus members within the government, within Congress, in the 119th Congress. All of them who are Democrat, right? So let's just say that. Now, with that being said, 14. How many members of Congress are there, Roy? How many members do we have in the House?
In the House, I believe there's, I don't even know how many there are, like 150 at least, right? 200?
In the House of Representatives, there's 435.
Oh, wow. Okay.
435, and then there's 100 in the Senate, right? So that's 535 total, right? And 535, right? With 14 of them, of the 535 being
yeah, and
sorry.
you know what the
hold on
and you know
second,
what the,
hold on a second. My math isn't mathing for some reason. Hold on a second.
No, but Santana, if you look at that 13 senators or however
14.
many it is, they're usually all from like blue cities.
Hold on. So out of the 535, members, there is 14 members that are openly part of the community. That is, and I saw someone say 2%. I'm going to round it up, right? Because it's 0.026%. So we'll just say 3%. So 3% of Congress is openly a part of the community, and 7.6% of Americans are openly a part of the community. So there's less representation of the community of people that are not within the queer community than there is in the queer community. And then, Roy, let's talk about the fact that Republicans are a part of the community, but they don't talk about it. They actually shoot down people within the community. Hey, Roy, where was the Republican National Convention held in 2024?
Wait, wasn't it held in Vegas?
Nope.
Where was it? I'm actually not sure. Where was it?
It was held in Wisconsin. Right?
Wisconsin. Okay.
Do you know what happened at the Republican National Convention?
What happened at the National Republican? What happened? I mean, Hulk Hogan ripped his shirt off.
Hey, Roy, do you know what Grindr is?
Yeah, I know what Grindr is.
You know what Grindr? Roy,
what does it have to? What does it have to? What does it have to do with this conversation?
Ooh, it's gonna get really good.
What does it have to do with this conversation?
Hold on. I'm gonna tell you. Hey, you remember how I said that there's 14 members of Congress that are a part of the queer community, and they're all Democrats?
Yeah.
Well, fun fact: at the Republican National Convention this past year, which was the largest collection of Republicans, Grindr, their servers crashed twice. There were so many people at the Republican National Convention that were using Grindr that it crashed the servers. There were so many members of,
Okay, there's a lot
the
of gay conservatives. What's your
RNC,
point?
so many members of the RNC that were looking for a hookup on the low that they crashed the servers for Grindr. So with that being said, the actual open representation of the queer community is very small within Congress, and they are all represented by Democrats. But even more, there are a lot of members of the Republican Party that are part of the queer community that are not out and about it, and at the same time villainizing the people that they're trying to check out on the low. Roy, your party is a party of shame. Your party is a party of hypocrisy. Your party is
I'm a
one.
registered independent, but sure, you can say my party.
All right, give me a second, Roy. I got to read these off because, whew, Roy, you getting cooked.
I mean, I'm a registered. I mean,
Roy, you getting cooked.
Santana, if you truly think that like
Roy, you getting
nothing
cooked.
that I've said, if you truly think that like nothing that I've said,
you gotta give me a minute because this is piling up.
You're just
Roy,
being
give me a second.
Like,
give me a second.
Like I said,
Roy, give me a second. Hold on. Debbie's in the chat for Debbie. Debbie sent a $5 donation saying for the DEI president. Yep, absolutely. Trump is a DEI president. Debbie's in the chat for Jess, who sent a $10 donation for VP Harris reminds Roy of how mediocre he is. Jess, you know. Debbie's in the chat for Jessica Simone. Debbie's in the chat for Stephanie, who sent a $4 donation, adding to the pool to kick this this deadhead liar. Thank you, Stephanie. Debbie's in the chat for Danielle, who sent a $5 donation, said, can you ask Roy if he thinks the fire chief isn't qualified because she's a woman and lesbian? Listen, we'll get into that in a minute, Stephanie. You already know what that's about. Debbie's in the chat for Talia, who sent a $1 donation saying, please let us know an LBGT or a woman who stole your job. I don't know if someone stole this job or not, but there's something there. Debbie's in the chat again for Talisha, who sent, I'm sorry, I clicked off of it. Talisha, who sent another $1 donation to say, gosh, I'm sorry, I clicked off of it. What did you say? You know nothing. You said, you know nothing about politics, honestly. W's in the chat for Michelle, who sent a $5 donation saying that a party full of shameful people who are criminally shameful. Lincoln would be embarrassed. Yes. W's in the chat for Courtney, who sent a $1 donation, said, tell this umbilical, I don't know what that means. I think you missed with that. To look up that the fire chief's effing resume. She's more than qualified. You're absolutely right. W's in the chat for Emmanuel, who sent a $2 donation, said, lastly, DEI in the HR system that defends workers from discriminations based on disabilities, gender, race, or religion. It has nothing to do with hiring. Guess is truly misinformed. Yeah, and also W's in the chat for Emmanuel, who sent another $10 donation saying, ask Roy, does he have the same energy for JD Vance? He only became a senator because of Peter Thiel funding and picked as the VP because of the Heritage Foundation and the Trump kids, as well as being the least experienced VP and voted on the least amount of legislation as a senator. Yes, absolutely.
I don't agree with JD. I think Trump should have picked Tim Scott, but that's just
I hear you, but those are all facts, guys. W's in the chat. That was a lot. I apologize, guys. There was a lot there. With that being said, guys, Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, all of my pay links are in the link tree in the bio. Santana Speaks 24. Santana Speaks 24 is the best way to support the live. If you enjoy the information, education, entertainment, please consider donating. Guys, we still have the heart hands as the daily donation. Can we knock that out? Can we knock those out? Ron, are you a Trump supporter?
No, I am not, but I'm listening to our friend here. And
Perfect. Thank you so much, guys. This is Sparring with Santana. We are only looking for Trump supporters. Please do not request up if you are not a Trump supporter. Guys, thank you for knocking out those heart hands. We are only looking to talk to Trump supporters. I am not looking to talk to any friendlies. Alex, are you a Trump supporter? Alex, are you a Trump supporter? Alex.
I'm sorry. That was my pocket. I'm sorry.
No worries. Thank you, my friend. Guys, if you are not a Trump supporter, and you are in the box, please drop out. Please drop out. We are only looking for Trump supporters. I promise you, we will have to go ahead and clear it out. If you are not a Trump supporter, I can't see what your username is. The something. What is the approach? The approach. Are you a Trump supporter?
Approach. Yeah, especially because he of course, because he hired the first openly gay cabinet member. He started a global coalition to stop the persecution of gays worldwide. He even went to the Middle East to talk to them about it. He hired the second openly gay cabinet member within his administration. To think that Trump, who represents us, the Republicans, has anything against gays, you're absolutely wrong.
Hey, the approach, it's gay people, not gays. But secondly, when did I say Donald Trump has anything against the gay
you're out
people?
here talking shit as if because someone might
I'm
be
out here talking
closeted
shit
gay.
because the guy below you, Roy, is sitting here. No. The approach, the reason why I'm talking shit is because the guy below you is saying that there's too many people that's a part of the queer community that's in the government. So literally, you came up here talking shit to me. You absolutely did say that, Roy. You said there's too much. No. Now both of you, no. Both of you gonna shut up.
Let's hear it, Roy.
Roy said there are a lot of people within the queer community that is actually within the federal government. And so then we started talking about how many queer. He said there's a lot of them that's in the federal government.
That's a straw man.
You said there's a lot of them in the federal. No, stop
That's
talking.
a straw man.
Roy, you're gonna stop talking. Roy said there are a lot of people within the queer community that's in the government, even though they're a small amount of the actual population. We then went down a rabbit hole, breaking down how much of the population is outwardly gay. And then we talked about how much of the actual Congress is outwardly gay. And then we moved on from that point. I never said anything about Donald Trump having a problem with the gay community or the queer community. I didn't say that. So you need to pump your brakes coming up here trying to take shots at me for something never came out of my mouth. Now, would you like to apologize?
He's a great president.
Would you like to apologize?
President for that too.
Would you like to apologize?
He's a great president.
Would you like to apologize?
For saying that he's a great president?
No. Would you like to? No. Would you like to apologize to me for coming up here?
For what? Did I insult you?
Would you like to apologize for coming up here and coming at me when obviously either you weren't paying attention or you weren't here long enough to know what the conversation was about?
Did I insult you, sir?
Be a man and apologize.
Are you insulted?
Be an adult and apologize.
Are you insulted? I'm asking you a question.
Until you can actually be an adult and apologize, you're going on mute.
Wait, Santana, can I actually give you like the argument that I was presenting?
No, yeah, you can go ahead. You can go ahead.
Argument that you gave.
No, you can go ahead.
You gave such a straw man argument. My argument originally was is that I said that I never said that there was too many gay people in government. Never said that. What I said was is there's an alarmingly high number of people that are a part of the LGBTQ plus community that are in positions of government. And I'm not even talking about federal. I'm talking about state. I'm talking about local.
So you're talking about
things. There's way too many. No. I'm saying
hold on. Let me make sure I understand.
High number of them.
Roy, slow down for a second. Let me make sure I understand what you're saying. Let me just make sure I understand what you're saying before you keep going. So you're saying that it's not based off of the number of people that are on the federal level, but just the entirety of government from top to bottom. That's
not saying. Even just federal, from state to local to everything.
Keep going.
To all, what I'm saying is that there's a alarmingly high number of them get in these positions of power without if there's such a low percentage of the population, then there wouldn't be as many as the number is without there being something like DEI or something in place that hires these people.
You're digging yourself a hole that you really shouldn't be digging right now.
Wait, how am I digging myself a hole?
Because regardless of someone's sexual orientation, if they're a good person and they have
I don't care. I don't care about that. But I'm saying that the point is that there's DEI in place that
that hires these people without.
Oh, now DEI, on the other hand, divide everyone intentionally, I call it, is a
I
joke.
don't care what you call it. That's not what it means. We've already went through the exercise as far as defining what DEI is. He gave his definition, I gave my definition, and we gave the actual definition. So we've already fleshed out what DEI is.
We already had marches and fought for civil rights, and
wait,
DEI
so just because just because we've had marches and fought for civil rights, does that mean that everything is now equal?
Yes.
Do you think? Wait. So you think just because we had marches and rallies that there's actually equality throughout the United States?
There's laws in place. Yes, that's right. There's equality.
Okay. So cool. And I don't want to misgender you, but you sound like a man. Are you a man?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Do you think that women within the United States have all the same rights as you?
Absolutely.
You think that? Okay, cool. Name one law in the United States government that restricts your body.
The draft.
The draft is not a law that restricts your body. The draft hold on. No. Hold on 1 second. Selective services has not been something that's been in place for over 50 years. Also, selective services does not limit your body. The selective services selective services does not say again. No. You're gonna let me finish my statement. Selective services does not say. Selective services does not say that you cannot do something with your body. And last but not least, there are exemptions for selective services, meaning you can actually just apply and say, I don't want to be drafted. So boom, you're absolutely wrong.
Really? Okay, first off, your constitutional rights, sir, go right out the window when it requires the service of somebody else. So it belonged at the state level. Bottom line. And abortions have gone up since that has happened.
Can you say AB just for TikTok friendly language?
Of course. I apologize. But so once again, it's not like this was a hoax. It never belonged at the federal level. Okay. See, your constitutional rights, your ability to walk, your ability to talk, and all that stuff. Yes. However, when you don't have the right to a house, you don't have the right to a car. Okay. When it requires the service of somebody else, that's when it belongs at the state level.
Understand just an FYI, and this is from sss.gov, selectiveservices.gov. You can request what's called a SIL, status information letter, where you can get an exemption from being selected. The only thing you have to do is go in and fill out this document. And once you actually fill out the document and it's processed, you can no longer be selected. So again, men cannot be selected. Now, when you want to talk about AB, that shouldn't be sent to the quote unquote state level, because the simple fact of the matter is that women should have the right to actually be able to determine what they do to their own body. The fact that you're telling me that based off of what state you're in, you can have a different level of health care is nonsensical. Quick question. What state are you in?
I'm in Cali.
You're in Cali. Okay, perfect. You're in California. One serious question. Are you and your family safe?
Yeah, I'm in LA, but I'm safe.
Okay, good. I'm glad to hear that, and that's in all seriousness. But okay, cool. You're in California. I'm not far from you. I'm in Washington State. So, quick question for you. You're in California. I'm in Washington State. Let's say that since I'm in Washington State, I can go to the dentist. Whenever I want to go to the dentist, I can go to the dentist. But you're in California and you can't go to the dentist because you live in California. Do you think that it's right that I can go to the dentist because I live in Washington State, but you can't go to the dentist because you live in California?
That's a state issue. 100% doesn't. Yeah,
but no. What I'm saying is, do you think that it's right that we live in the same country and I can access healthcare to go to the dentist simply because I live in a different state than you? Do you think that I should be able to see the dentist and you shouldn't be able to see the dentist.
I think it's actually crazy that you're even making that your argument.
Can you answer the question yes or no?
No, but this is the problem.
Can you answer the question yes or no?
Your question is absolutely.
Can you answer the question yes or no?
I said no. I said it's not. It's
okay,
not
so you don't think that you don't think that you should be able to go to the dentist just because you live in a different state?
I already answered it to the
You
chat.
are-
Wait,
Santana. You know what?
Santana,
You know
I
what?
kind of think it's the same thing as like,
Hold on,
I think it's wrong.
Hold on
that
a second, Roy. Hold on a second, Roy.
No, let's stick to this point.
One
Go
second.
ahead.
1 second. I don't fucking believe you. I think
Well,
you're a
it's
liar.
You're talking about the constitutional rights of people in America.
I think that you are a liar. For you to sit here and say that you would be okay if they sent dentistry back to the state and you couldn't go to the dentist because of the state that you live in.
Right.
Because of the state that you live in is absolutely asinine. And you can keep talking about a constitutional right. Hey, you can keep talking about a constitutional right, but the simple fact you can keep talking about a constitutional right, but the simple fact of the matter is the Constitution was written for one type of people. One type of people. The Constitution, the Constitution was written for white men. White men, and not even all white men. When the Constitution was written, it was written for white men that own land.
Miss me with fake oppression.
Am I wrong? Am I wrong?
It's absolute bullshit.
So no, am I wrong? So are you telling me at the time that the Constitution was written, it was not written specifically for white men that own land?
Where does it say? Where does in the Constitution does it say we the white people?
Okay, cool. In the Constitution,
answer the question.
Cool. In the Constitution, did it give equal rights to black people, or were black people listed as 3/5?
No, nowhere in the Constitution does it specify any less qualities from black people.
Did black people receive rights within the Constitution? Or did there have to be amendments to actually give them rights? Did there have to be amendments to give women rights? There had to be amendments. Again, no, I'm not saying that it should have. I'm telling you, I'm not disputing that there should have been. I'm not even disputing that they went back and quote unquote tried to fix it. What I'm telling you is when the Constitution was written, it was written for white men that owned the land. You couldn't even vote. You couldn't even vote if you were a white man that didn't own land.
Are you showing your lack of appreciation for the Constitution?
Fuck the Constitution.
For real? You're one of those Americans?
Yes, I am absolutely one of those Americans.
That's why I'm absolutely glad we won this shit.
Fuck the Constitution. You know why I say that?
Talking shit. Y'all
you know why I say
wait,
hold on. Seriously. You know why I say fuck the Constitution?
Y'all don't deserve it.
The reason why I say
Constitution is a crazy statement.
I know it's wild. It's wild. It's wild, but hold on. Okay, give me space to actually explain why I say that. Right?
Yeah, no, I'm
the reason why I say hold on. Are you going to let me explain why I say fuck the Constitution?
I mean, I'm not going to agree with it, but it's your life.
That's perfectly fine. You don't have to agree with it, but can I? I mean,
you're saying fuck your First Amendment right now.
No, I'm saying fuck the Constitution. Again,
you're saying fuck free speech. You're disagreeing with your right to speak.
Do you know what? Hold on.
Okay. Let him give him the rope to hang himself with. Go ahead.
Exactly. So the reason why I say fuck the Constitution is quite simply based off of what I just said. The Constitution in its original form was written for white men that own lands. There's multiple amendments that was actually added to try to fix certain things. And at the same time, the Constitution is outdated. The Constitution needs to be revised and it needs to be updated. So the actual document, do I believe in the premise of the document? Yes, I absolutely do. I believe in the premise of the document. But the actual document as it is, fuck the Constitution. It should be a living, breathing document that actually grows and develops as we grow and develop as a society.
Can I respond to your feelings there, how you feel about the Constitution?
Sure, go right ahead.
Maybe I can convince you otherwise. Okay. So America, we're a young country. Okay. Very young in comparison to the rest of the world.
I agree with that. I completely agree.
And the world is seeing some tyrannical shit in their day.
Yeah,
okay,
I completely agree.
there's not a government in history that has not turned tyrannical against their people at one point or another. Okay,
I agree with that.
So the bottom line is that as a young country and shit, as a young species, for as long as the Earth has been here, us humans, we ain't even been here that long. And and technology is growing over the last 100 years. We were pretty primitive until that. Okay, so now that we are information, we are in an information age, and a lot of people know a lot more about life and humanity, right? All of that other stuff that we dealt with in the past in this country is gone.
You're starting to break up. You're starting. Hey, wait. Hold on one second. Can you see me? Your service is going in and out. You're breaking up.
Don't worry.
You got red bars now.
Give it a second.
Yeah, hold on one second. Let me say this. Guys, keep tapping the screen. Share the live out. Yeah, give me a second. Tap the screen, share the live out. Let's go ahead and we're almost at 400,000 likes, but guys, I would like to blow past that. Let's get it. Let's not only keep tapping and get it up to 400,000 likes. Let's get it up to 500,000 likes. There's 1.1 thousand of us hanging out right now. Let's continue to tap the screen. Let's get the shares up to 800 shares. Also, we have the daily gift goal is like the little kissy hearts. Can we please go ahead and knock those out? That would be super amazing if we could knock out those kissy hearts. Can we please take care of that? Also, let me read these off, guys. W's in the chat for Courtney. Courtney sent a $1 donation saying California has a huge population of LGBTQ plus. What a moron. It's not DEI. Also, W's in the chat for Courtney, who also sent a $1 donation saying, tell Roy he's a fucking liar. And he said that there was a lot in the government and they were DEI. Thank you, Courtney. Also, W's in the chat for Ty. Ty sent a $1 donation saying, why is it so alarming that there are queer people in office? Ty, you already know why it's alarming. And also, guys, W's in the chat for Melissa, who sent a $1 donation as well. Guys, Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, all of my pay links are in the link tree in the bio. Santana Speaks 24. Santana Speaks 24 is the best way to support the live. If you enjoy the information, education, entertainment, please consider donating. Everything is accepted. Anything is appreciated. If you're friendly, you can send a donation and also add a message. Also, guys, make sure that you're following me on all of the social medias, on my Blue Sky, on my Twitch, on my YouTube. We are actually dual streaming on Twitch and YouTube right now. What up, Twitch? What up, YouTube? I see you guys. So make sure you're following me on all those places. And last but not least, guys, keep tapping the screen. Let's knock out the kissy hearts. We only need 14. There's 1,300 people here, and we only need 14 of the kissy hearts. Can we please take care of those? Hey, Lucy and Calvin. All right. Do you want to go ahead and try now? Is your signal better?
Once again, we're a young country.
Yep.
We're a young species. We are in an era where we have technology and we have the ability to communicate and learn more about humanity altogether. Now, the world has taken a big shift in the last 100 years. A lot of people aren't little village people who grew up in a echo chamber of their little town anymore. Okay, so we're very aware.
That's absolutely not true. Wait. I gotta stop you. Hold on. Because I was rocking with you. No. Because I was rocking with you for a minute until you said that last point. You said that most people aren't little village people that are still in their echo chamber. Like, no, that's absolutely not true. For the majority of people that are in the United States, most people live, and never move outside of the city that they were born in.
No. You're missing my point. You see that thing that you're holding?
Because that's comfortability. Most people are comfortable with where they are.
With our ability to understand the world better. I'm not talking, you don't have to travel by wagon anymore to see what the world's like anymore. You understand that?
I completely, no. Listen, okay. I agree with that. But the part that we disagree on is the fact is just because people have access to information doesn't mean that they're going to actually use information.
Absolutely,
keep it funky with me.
Absolutely, it does. Why do you think that people?
Okay, cool.
Why do you think
absolutely
that we
right. Hold on. Okay, so if you're absolutely right. You're saying that it means that they're going to use it. Cool. After the election, I'm sorry. A couple of days prior to the election, less than a week prior to the election, do you know what was the most Googled question prior to the election?
The most Googled, man, I did hear this at one point. Go ahead.
Is Joe Biden still running for president?
Yeah, but you have
less than 5 days until the election. That's when people started looking up. Do you know what were the top 2 most Googled things after the election?
Just go ahead. I can't.
One was, what is a tariff? The other was, can I take my vote back? People, just because they have access. Hold on, Roy. Just because people have access to that information, I completely agree with you. They have the ability and they have the access to those things. That does not mean that they actually utilize those things. I agree with you. They can use it, but a lot of people don't use it. That's my point.
So, okay. So first off, just because we do have all this information that I'm holding in my hand right now, doesn't mean you're going to know absolutely everything, sir.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Now, but however, you do have a broader understanding of what life is and what it means to be human and so on, right? So there is a lot more empathy for things out there these days.
You think so?
Absolutely.
Wait. You think that there's more empathy in the world today?
Absolutely.
Cool. Okay.
Maybe not within governments, but within people. Absolutely.
Hey, okay, cool. So let me test that, because you've talked about the actual Constitution, and I know you voted for Trump, so you're a Republican, and you seem like a constitutionalist, right?
Go ahead.
Am I wrong?
Go ahead. What's your question?
Am I wrong?
Sure, I respect the Constitution, absolutely. But
perfect. Here? Are you willing to actually pass legislation for pew reform?
Let me tell you something right now. As a constitutionalist, our founders,
yes or no?
Absolutely not. And let me explain.
Okay, perfect. So you can't talk about a lack of empathy when you're not willing to actually do the things hold on. You can't talk about there being more empathy when you yourself are not willing to actually do the thing to help protect lives in the United States. The simple fact of the matter is that there are mass unalivings at an alarming rate within the United States that doesn't happen in other countries, and people who quote unquote support 2A are unwilling to actually institute common sense pew laws with universal background check and red flag laws because they don't want their quote unquote constitutional rights to be infringed on.
All right,
that's my point.
Let's spit some facts now. So the number one cause of unalivings with pews in America are self-inflicted. The second cause of unalivings would be drug-related crimes. Okay,
where are you getting that from?
You can just look up statistics. I was looking at.
Where are you getting it from?
You can go to what site was I looking at? Give me a second. I can look it up. But let me finish what I'm saying here. Okay.
No, hold on one second.
This is absolutely
no.
True.
Hold on one second.
Hold on
one second. No, hold on one second.
Go ahead. If you want to look it up, you can.
So Pew Research. Okay, so tell me again what you said. The number one, and then the number two.
Number one is self-inflicted unalivings. Two would be drug-related crimes. Okay, and then when they talk about hold on.
So you got wait. You got number one right. You're absolutely right. Based off of the Pew Research, 54% of pew related unalivings.
I was right.
54% is due to unaliving, but 43% is due to schmurder.
Okay,
right?
Now
but then that goes back to, it's still the same point, right? If you actually do background checks and you do background checks and you do reforms,
absolutely not. Because let me tell you, I'm from LA, right, where we have some of the most strict pew laws, right? And guess what? We have the most illegal pews out there. You know, after black market pews, right? But let me tell you something real quick so you understand this. Okay, the reason the founders wrote the Second Amendment in, they took their time. Okay. They actually took quite a bit of time doing this. So they specifically used the word arms, not musket, not knife, not anything but the word arms, because this was a document written into law. Okay. And words in law are very important. So you're going to go to the, the Black's Dictionary, 4th edition. You're going to try to understand what they meant when they wrote this law. Now, if you trace it back to the origin of what it meant weapon of war.
Okay.
Hey, quick question.
The founders
Quick
intended
question.
us
Stop
to
for a
have
second.
this.
Quick question. Stop for a second. What's the 27 words that's in the Second Amendment?
What you're talking about, the militia and all that. I mean, what do you want me to do? You want me to cite the full Second Amendment to you right now? I mean,
it's 27. It's 27
But,
words, or I can read it to you.
You want to take it to the point where you
No,
think
I
it was
can read it to
only
you.
meant for militias. But once again,
I can read it. Hey, Ray, thank you so much for this. Thank you so much for the subscription. The simple fact of the matter is, a well-regulated militia being necessary to the security of a free state.
You have to say it with the comma. It's very important. The structure of words in law
you're
are
okay.
very important.
Hold on. You're okay with the comma. A well-regulated militia being necessary for the security of a free state, the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed on.
And what was a well-regulated militia back then?
A well-regulated militia. A well-regulated militia. A well-regulated militia was an actual government entity, because they did not have the U.S. Army. They did not have the U.S. Army at that time, so it was the National Guard.
Shall not be infringed.
Hey, I got to drop you down.
Yeah, I know
Approach, you can come back up. No. Listen, Approach, if you can hear me, I got to drop you down. You can come back up. You just got a violation. Chat, please, do not report. Do not report. Guys, please do not report. It does not help. It only hurts the live. If you don't agree with something that someone's saying, okay, that's fine. But there's no point in reporting anyone. I promise you, I can control these conversations. I got it up here. Please do not report. The Approach, if you are still listening, just hang tight 1 minute. Just wait 1 minute and I'm going to bring you back up, okay? Guys, with that being said, please continue to do the things to actually protect the live. Tap the screen, share the live out. Let's go ahead and get the likes up to 500,000 likes. Let's also get the shares up to 1,000 shares. We should be at 1,000 shares easy. Also, guys, I reset the gift goal as the corgis. I would love to be able to knock the corgis out. I don't know if that's something that we could do, but there's 1,100 of us in here hanging out. If we could knock out the corgis, that would be amazing. So please, that's the daily gift goal. If we could do the corgis, that would be super helpful. Guys, also make sure you're following me on Blue Sky, follow me on Twitch, also follow me on YouTube. And last but not least, hey, thank you so much for the corgi. You are amazing. Thank you. Let me read these off, and then the Approach, I'm going to bring you back in. I see you in the queue. Just hang out for 1 more minute, and then I'm going to bring you back in. W's in the chat for Jonathan, who sent a $1 donation. W's in the chat for Melissa, who sent a $1 donation. Thank you for the corgi. W's in the chat for Ty, for your little kissing noises it's sending me. Listen, I love like the little kissies with the hearts. W's in the chat for Gene, who sent a $1 donation saying, talk about DEI. Trump supporters should be considered DEI hires. Companies should receive tax breaks for having sympathy on their dumb AWSs. F Trump, F the cult, F the guest Trump, AWS. I'm trying to censor this because of everything. We're trying to make sure we're good. Guys, thank you so much. We are knocking out the corgis. We're almost halfway there. Can we close out the corgis? That would be amazing if we could close out the corgis. Please. Thank you. W's in the chat for Wednesday, who sent a $2 donation, said, ask the constitutional person if his if he respects the Constitution, does he think Congress should allow Trump in office? It's against the 14th Amendment for him to hold office. Yeah, we'll talk about that. And last but not least, W's in the chat for Michael, who sent a $5 donation, says, American exceptionalism is the most dangerous ideology in modern America. We cannot overlook or minimize or ease the importance of our past mistakes and continuing shortcomings. Thank you so much for that. Also, W's in the chat for Terrence, who sent a $5 donation, says, thanks for keeping it always keeping it real. Thank you so much. That means so much to me, guys. Thank you for that. Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, all the pay links are in the bio. Santana Speaks 24. Santana Speaks 24 is the best way to support the live. If you enjoy the information, education, entertainment, please consider donating. And if you're friendly, you can read all of the message. Guys, we are so close to knocking out those corgis. We only need 5 more. We only need 4 more now to knock out the corgis. Let's do it. Thank you so much. All right. Thank you for coming back up. One more time, guys. Please don't report. Let us have these conversations. We have this. Also, hey, just try to be mindful of the things that you're saying for like TikTok friendly language. Okay.
So remember when I said that every government had turned tyrannical at one point against their people? Remember how I said that?
Sure.
Yeah. So,
but wait, hold on. You were talking about why you're not willing to actually compromise on 2A in order to protect the lives of civilians.
That's exactly the reason. Until you can convince me that my government will never turn tyrannical against me, I'm going to keep my pew-pews. Thank you very much.
That's super interesting. So, quick question. Do you think that your pew-pews could protect you against the United States government?
Absolutely, because then you have to factor in the fact that you think that military personnel is going to go after their own people.
Yeah, with all of those quote unquote tyrannical turns, right? There have been situations where they did exactly that, right?
Yeah,
they went after their own people
first,
and they went after their own people
away first.
That's not true.
Tyrannical.
But the simple fact of the matter is, the simple fact of the matter is,
no simple the fact. It's absolutely true.
The simple fact of the matter is that if the government did decide to come after you, there's nothing that your pew-pew is going to be able to do against drone strikes.
It's not that simple of the fact that you just said, because that wasn't a fact. They took the pew-pews away.
Thank you for the constellation. Yeah, listen, I always think it's so comical that for some reason you guys think that, oh, you know, if the government ever decides to turn on us, then me and my ARs are going to be able to stop or do something like you. Listen, I'm not so, you know, unintelligent.
Right. Ask Afghanistan
I'm not so Afghanistan is a
wait, Santana. What is common sense?
Hold on one second. I'll answer your question just 1 second. Afghanistan is a completely different subject because Afghanistan is not like Afghanistan is not like the United States. The reason why Afghanistan is able to actually defend themselves more is because of the structure of the land. They have all those different caves. It's hard. That's why we had such a hard time in Afghanistan. It's not the same.
That's what Roy,
what were you saying?
How they were able to turn tyrannical against their own people. That's how you justify that.
No, what I'm saying is the actual composition of the land is not the same. Even if they were able to actually keep their pew-pews, it's not the same.
You're gonna have to come up with a better one.
No, I don't. I mean, you have to listen. The reason why we went down this road is because you said that you think that the world and people are more empathetic, and I'm proving to you right here that you don't have enough empathy to actually say I am willing to compromise. I am willing to compromise you. I am willing to compromise on common sense pew-pew laws in order to protect I'm still talking. Still talking.
Go ahead.
Still talking.
I'll give you another one.
You're not willing to say that I'm willing to compromise on the Second Amendment right in order to save the lives of kids.
No, I told you why. I'll tell you why. All right, you
gotta hold on for a second because Roy was about to say something. We haven't let him speak in a while.
Yeah.
Roy, go ahead.
Who wants to?
All right, yeah. So Santana, I wanted to ask you first, what exactly is like common sense gun reform, and what would that entail? Like, because I don't, because I have different definitions of this and what exactly that would entail. Like, I agree with some of the sentiments of maybe not letting everybody have a gun. I don't think everybody should have access to a gun. Or pew-pew. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Stop saying that word.
Sorry. All right. Pew-pew. Yeah. So, so I don't think anybody should have to be allowed.
Did you just call Roy a beta?
Yeah, I'm calling both of y'all beta.
Roy is on your team. You guys are on the same side.
I'm saying he's being. I don't care. I'm saying he's being beta.
Wait. Approach. I just asked him a question.
I understand you did. I understand.
Apparently, Roy, that you're being a beta because you're willing to actually have a conversation around it.
Yeah,
that's apparently. I think it's kind of being hard-headed. That's apparently why you're being a beta because you're willing to actually have the conversation and just instead of saying no.
A little hard-headed.
Your guys' statistics is totally is not right because when you look at the children, the fact that you brought up the children, right? Those.
Shut up, Roy. Finish your question.
All right. So my question. So
19 years old. 1 to 19.
Roy was still talking. Roy, finish your question.
All right. So Santana. So what would those common sense like gun reforms like be? I guess like
pew-pew
or pew-pews. I'm sorry. What would common sense pew-pew laws entail? Like what exactly would that entail?
Yeah. So I mean, for me, I am not the most adequate person to ask this question. I would defer to my brother Brett Cross. Which guys, if anybody chat, can anybody drop him? I would text them, but I don't want to swipe out. But Can anybody see if Brett is available? I would love if Brett could come up and like flesh out this overall conversation. So if anybody is mutuals with Brett, can somebody send him the live and let him know that I'm reaching out to him? Oh, he's live. He's live. Okay, never mind. He's live.
All right. So wait.
But
So,
with that
so-
being said, I am a believer of red flag laws. I'm a believer in universal background checks. Right. The simple fact of the matter.
I actually don't disagree with either of those.
Right. And like, it's not, I'm not saying that there's a bunch of extreme things that need to happen. Right.
Yeah,
Because
but here's the thing though. I don't agree with banning like ARs or certain type of weapons. I think that if you're a responsible a human being and you've proven that you are, you should be able to own a tank if you please. Like that's just what I think.
I absolutely
That's just what I think. I think you should be able to own any type of weapon that you want as long as you're a
I don't agree with that
comprehensible
one
human
at
being.
all. I don't think that people should be able to own tanks. Now, what I will say is when you talk about that, right? Because again, I am a proud card-carrying member of 2A. With that being said,
I don't think that the U.S. like Army should have like certain weapons, or the government should have certain weapons that the civilian population can have. Like that's
so
that
do
shouldn't
you,
be.
okay, cool. Do you think that civilians should have nukes? Do you guys think that civilians should own nukes?
I don't think that any government should have nukes. I think nukes.
But no. That's cool. But Roy said the United States government shouldn't have weapons. Roy said that the United States government shouldn't have weapons that civilians couldn't own. The United States government, he said a tank. Cool. Let's take it to another point. The United States government has nukes. Should civilians be able to? What up, Brett?
What's
Yeah,
up,
we,
man?
we were
I'm
manifesting you, Brett.
We were, Brett. You were watching?
They were
I'm
they
live
were beta
right
testing.
I know you are. I know you are. Can you hop in for a second?
Yeah, what's up? What's up?
Listen, we got these two asshats up here, right? Roy isn't as bad as the guy below you, but anyway, we're talking 2A, and they were actually breaking down the constitutional stance of 2A. My whole stance was, would you be willing to actually compromise? Because he's like so stuck on the Constitution and all this other stuff. I was like, would you be willing to compromise on 2A in order to save children's lives? And he said, absolutely not. And so that's where we are right now. And we were also stress testing the theory because Roy, hey, am I still talking? And Roy just said that he thinks that the United States government should not be able to own any weapons that everyday civilians should have. And so my question to Roy was, do you think, since the United States government has nukes, do you think that everyday civilians should be able to own nukes?
And he said no.
I mean, actually, no, I didn't answer. I mean,
He didn't answer because he said that
if they own a museum or they're trying to, and it's being shown for display purposes or something like that, then yeah, absolutely.
He said that if civilians were, he said, wait, Brett, he said if civilians are responsible enough, they should own tanks.
Fully operational?
Fully operational, yeah. Like if you're a responsible adult and you have no mental health issues, you have no crime record, you have nothing, so you're a responsible tax-paying middle class American, wherever you are, you should be able to. Why should you not be able to own that? What's the reason as to why?
Honestly, I don't care because it's a danger to society. But
how is it a danger to society if the person isn't a danger to society?
Because how can you guarantee that that person isn't a danger to society? You can't.
Because that's what background checks are for. That's what mental health evaluations are for. That's what criminal records are for.
Right. So I want to ask a question because when I came up here, Santana said that y'all were talking about the Constitution, and that's what I'm really interested in.
So okay, yeah, Roy, hold on one second. So the clown below you is the one who's the quote unquote Constitution. Okay, go ahead and explain why you're not willing to actually compromise on 2A in order to protect the lives of kids.
All right, as long as I don't get cut off, that's fine. So once again, the founders took their time when writing this document that was written into law. And they specifically used the word arms on purpose, okay? So that we can take that word, go to the Black Laws Dictionary, 4th edition, so that we can interpret what that meant. And so the origin of that word meant weapon of war. And our founders, they weren't cavemen, okay? They had Gatlin pew-pews at that time even, and they even had an inventor on the squad who knew the technology was booming. right? So they knew that arms
what
were
weapon
coming.
is that?
I said a Gatling.
They didn't have a Gatling gun.
Yes, they did.
No, they didn't.
Yes,
they had
did.
a different. They had a different firearm.
Fine, it wasn't called the Gatling, but you know what I meant. It was a around.
So you don't know it was the Puckle, by the way, and there wasn't hardly any.
Regardless of what kind of weapons that they had, though, I think that's kind of.
I have ventriloquist because your voice is coming out of my mouth right now.
You're missing the point, though, Brett.
No, you're missing the point. So tell me, you said that
I'll just say this real quick. You said to be able to let you speak without anyone interrupting. We let you speak. Time for you to hush up and let Brett speak. Brett.
Yeah. So with that, you're saying that the founders they crafted this masterpiece, which is the Constitution, right? Which I agree. So why didn't they go with Madison's original Second Amendment that actually gave everybody the right to own firearms, and instead opted for the way in which it is written now, which doesn't? And do not bring up Heller, because if you want to do that, I know more about Heller than you can imagine.
No, I mean we can even go into the Federalist Papers 29. And the letters that were written there.
Which rules are? Wait.
No, I'm talking about.
Wait. Which Federalist paper is our
Federalist
Paper
right? 29? But that's no. I'm saying if you want to get into other forms of semantics, I'm saying that when they wrote the document down, the order in which the words were put, commas and all, and words are very important in legal documents.
Right, and so are commas. And what do commas denote?
That's what I said.
Right.
So when you talk about a well-regulated militia, it doesn't say only a well-regulated militia.
Well, this is
to bear arms.
No. So here's the thing. This is where y'all get it confused. So there's 3 commas. Everything within the commas is dependent on everything on the outside of the commas. First and foremost, huh? Did you say no shit?
Yes, I did.
Oh, awesome. So then you know that the Second Amendment reads, "A well-regulated militia shall not be infringed." Because if everything in the middle is dependent on everything on the outside,
it to bear arms. Hold on, and the right for people to bear arms. How'd you skip over that?
Daddy's talking.
How did Brett?
Daddy's talking. Hold on.
How did you skip over that?
Hold on. Hold on. You see, because it's dependent, right? It doesn't matter. If I say my black truck, comma, which has a radio, comma, bought in 2010, comma, drives very fast. It's the same sentence as my black truck that drives very fast. Listen, baby girl.
You lost the argument.
Are you listen? Hold on. Seriously, Brett is live as well. He took his time to come over here and speak. Stop talking over him and let him finish his sentence.
Where else in the Constitution does it talk about the militia, by the way?
First off, you have to look at what a militia meant back then.
Where does it in the Constitution? Where else does it talk about the militia?
Why are we pivoting from the
we're not pivoting. This is what a part of it, because the Second Amendment was brought out after the First Amendment when it said that y'all can redress the government for your grievances, but if you fuck around, you're going to find out by the militia. And I'll just answer it because you don't know. It's Article 1, Section 8, Clause 15 and 16. So Congress runs the militia. They call forth the militia to aid the Union to suppress insurrections and repel invasions. They also arm, train, and discipline the militia. And furthermore, Article 2, Section 2 of the Constitution says that the president is commander-in-chief of the Army, the Navy, and of the militia of the several states. This education is free, but if you would like to help out,
I can't wait to get
are in the bio.
So once again,
I love you, Santana.
Going back to the original document, the Constitution,
Brett,
Brett,
I appreciate you so much. Thank you so much for coming up, and I'm glad that I was able to. Again, like I said, he's actually live right now. He came from his live on his backup to dunk on you.
So, he knew he was going to get cooked if he stuck around. That's why.
Oh my God. So, going back to the original point, which is you're saying that people have more empathy, which is not true, because people aren't willing to give up certain comforts in order to make sure that other people have the ability to even live. People aren't willing to actually compromise. So kids can live. Right. That's
I'm going to get to that point, but I want to say this to what you just said. People, very smart people in history,
I don't think you will, my friend. I don't think you will. I don't think you will get to that point. Sorry, I don't think you will. W's in the chat for Amanda. Amanda sent a $5 donation towards the Kick Approach Fund. He's the worst He's worse than Roy. He was worse than Roy. That's why he got kicked on without actually, putting a price on his head, and we still got Roy up here. W's in the chat for Talisa, who sent a $1 donation to say, ask approach what part of Los Angeles he lives in. I'm not sure. And then also, a dollar said, I've been in South Central forever. He's delusional. He absolutely is Delulu. He's absolutely Delulu. Guys, keep tapping the screen, share the live out, Cash App, PayPal, Venmo. All of my pay links are in the bio. Santana Speaks 24. Santana Speaks 24 is the best way to support the live. If you enjoy the information, education, entertainment, please consider donating. And guys, our daily gift goal is the little constellations. It's the little constellations. I don't know if we can hit it, but I would love if we can actually try to hit it. Hey, Devil Dog, I see you in the chat. Devil Dog, I see you in the chat, and I've told you to come up. Devil Dog, if you don't request up and you keep talking in the chat, as a matter of fact, mods, if Devil Dog keeps talking in the chat, block him. I'm not even saying mute him anymore. Devil Dog, if you're gonna stay in the chat and be a coward like you have for so long, it's weird that you keep coming into my lives and talking in the chat, and I keep saying, get in the box. And every time I say, get in the box, you get scared and use an excuse like, oh, I'm at work or I can't do this. Thank you so much for the subscription. Devil Dog, if we see you say one more thing in the comments without you getting in the box, mods, get them up out the paint. Anthony, are you a Trump supporter? Anthony, I'm going to send you a request to come off mute. Anthony, are you a Trump supporter?
No.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and drop you down. I appreciate you. Guys, only request up if you are a Trump supporter. Only request up if you are a Trump supporter. This is Sparring with Santana. These are debates with Trump supporters. We're only talking to Trump supporters. If you are a friendly, please do not request up. Do not request up. We are not talking to friendlies. Guys, please keep tapping the screen. We're at 521,000 likes. Question for you, chat. I'm gonna put a poll. I'm gonna put a poll up, a quick poll, and smiley face if you guys want to keep going, frowny face if you want to kind of wrap it up. Smiley face if you guys want to keep going with debates, frowny face if you want to wrap it up. I need to know what you guys want to do. Smiley face if you want to keep going with debates, frowny face if you want to wrap it up. So it's looking like more people are saying keep going. More people are saying keep going. Okay. W's in the chat for Richard. Richard sent a $5 donation for cooking. Nice job. Oh no, say for your cooking. Nice job. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Okay, guys, this is what I'll do. I'll make a deal with you. By the time that we finish with Roy, if we can get halfway through the goal is 10 constellations. It's the star maps. 10 of the star maps. If we can get at least 5 of them by the time we finish our conversation with Roy, then I'll keep going. Deal? Is everybody good with that? If we can get at least 5 of the star maps, I'll keep going. Farmer, are you a Trump supporter?
I wouldn't say that I'm a Trump supporter. I held my nose and voted for Trump this time.
Ooh, okay, that's interesting. All right, give me 1 second. Roy, so where do you want to go? Because you and I have been kind of going back and forth. What additional points do you want to add?
Yeah, okay, yeah. I know we kind of like the conversation kind of moved to a whole different bunch of topics, but I guess the question that I want to ask you.
Thank you so much. There's one.
Do you truly think that Kamala Harris was the most qualified and the best possible candidate that the Democratic Party could have came up with?
I think she was.
You truly think that?
I think she was the most qualified candidate to ever seek the office of the presidency for a first term, while being the most qualified person to run 100. There's 2 guys. We only need 3 more. If we get 3 more, we'll keep debating. If we get 3 more of the maps, we will keep debating. She was the most qualified person. There's 3. So now we only need 2 more of them. There's 4. We just need 1 more and we'll keep debating. There's 5. All right, we'll keep going. And I would love to still knock this out. We only have 5 more until we close that out. So with that being said, she had 100 days to run. I don't think that there would have been anybody else. Joanna, thank you so much for that. there's no one else who would have been able to actually run within 100 days to actually build out a campaign and be able to actually generate the amount of money that she generated, build out a platform, and actually challenge a candidate who's been running for office for over 4 years. So yes.
Yeah, but the problem is from the very beginning though, with that was like Kamala Harris, every single primary that she was in, she didn't get through any. She didn't, like when she tried to run in what was it, 2020, before Biden picked her as a candidate. Like she did horrible in the polls. She there was no Democratic primary this election, and there should have been, where the people should have had a chance to elect somebody.
Roy, you believe the polls?
Yeah, I do believe the polls.
I don't. The
Why?
polls, because the polls have been wrong ever since Trump has been running. If you believe the polls, then there's no way that you would have thought that Donald Trump was going to win the election, even.
I honestly didn't think he was going to win.
Yeah, I mean,
I was surprised that he did. I honestly didn't think he was going to.
Absolutely wrong for a while now. But with that being said, like, the fact of the matter is, Kamala Harris was the right candidate, and she was the right candidate for multiple reasons. And even if there was an actual, and you said there was no primary, there was absolutely a primary. There was absolutely
no, there wasn't, because everybody that tried to run against Biden, they were like, "Sorry, no, Biden's going to be the."
No, they still ran. They still ran.
The
they
nominee,
just
even though they didn't have a DNC and they didn't pick him yet. They were kind of
Malia,
nobody had a
thank you
chance.
so
Nobody
much.
had a chance to challenge him, and that was the
Malia,
problem.
thank you so much for the subscription. I appreciate you so much. Yeah, they did run. They just didn't get enough votes to actually challenge him.
Yeah,
I mean,
and that's the problem,
That's what it boils down to.
because the Democrats didn't allow it. They didn't want anybody else.
How can the Democrats allow? They didn't
allow it.
No, hold on, Roy. How can the Democrats allow the voters to not vote for someone?
Because they didn't allow them to have primaries or have any sort of democratic debates or any sort of campaigning in the first place.
There were primaries, and then you're talking about. Wait, first of all, so let me just make sure I throw this out here right now, Roy. The rules of the primary are dictated by the DNC. The DNC actually gets to make the decision however they do whatever it is. Now, with that being said, you're talking about, that one, yes, they did have an actual primary where people had the opportunity to actually run. When you talk about debates, you don't have to host debates. That's not necessary. And if you're going to talk about debates, tell me how many times did Donald Jimothy Trump actually debate in the Republican primary?
Yeah, that's the point. He didn't need to. He already won. He already won without needing to debate.
That's the dumbest shit that you've said since you've been up here, Roy.
No, it's not.
It's the dumbest shit. You know what the difference was? You know what the difference is? Donald Trump was not an incumbent president. Donald Trump had not sat in the White House for these past 4 years. Donald Trump,
because he'd been sitting down campaigning for the past.
He had been sitting down in Mar-a-Lago, and there were legitimate contenders from Ron DeSantis to Nikki Haley to multiple people that were actually running for the.
Also, too, I said in the beginning,
Ramaswamy, exactly. There were multiple people running for the actual Republican ticket, and Donald Trump said, "Nope, not debating any of you." And you know why it was actually smart for him not to do it? Because Trump is horrible at debating. But at the end of the day, who really gives a shit about debates? Like, that's not a thing. The simple fact of the matter is, you're trying to put this back on Kamala Harris, but within the time frame, if Joe Biden would have dropped out earlier, I would be agreeing with you. I would absolutely be agreeing with you.
I mean,
but
he should have.
I agree with you too. I completely agree with you there. But the thing is, with the parameters that were in place, Kamala Harris had about 100 days. Anybody else would have had 100 days. They would not have had access to the funds that Kamala Harris was able to get because she was on the ticket with Joe Biden. No one else would have been able to do anything with that money. They would have had to start from the ground up, build out everything. Kamala Harris slid over and took over Joe Biden's actual infrastructure for his campaign team, and actually went forward from that point. No one else would have been able to do that. They would have had to build everything from ground up, and it would have been a major issue, and it would have taken time that people didn't have.
Yeah, but Santana, like, I understand what you're saying, but the thing is, though, is that, like, the whole reason why Biden was, like, even the presumptive nominee and why this all went down was because they didn't want anybody to challenge him. That's why they had no sort of primaries or any type of debates, because they knew Biden would get destroyed by any by any single candidate that tried to run up against him.
Didn't
So they were like, no, we're not
Biden
even going to give
was
him the
an
opportunity
incumbent
to.
president.
Biden's the nominee.
Biden was the incumbent president, and incumbent presidents normally don't have to actually deal with primaries. That's why it is. You know that for a fact. When Donald Trump was the president in 2016, he didn't have to really deal with the primary because he was the incumbent president. Roy,
Okay, but there were still primaries during that
Farmer,
time.
are you still there? I see you turned into a teacup. I don't know if you're trying to leave. Farmer, if you can't see me, then I can't hear you. Are you still there, Farmer?
And the thing
yeah, I'm still here. I was just grabbing a number for whatever it was time for me to talk.
Okay, perfect. You know what No, you're perfectly fine. Roy, let me get you up out the paint. I'm gonna get you up out the paint because I've been slapping Roy around for a little too. That was easy work. Roy, like, listen, I slapped Roy around for so long. I think that he's gonna need, like, some type of neosporin or something. Like, I hope that I don't leave any bruises. Sorry. Farmer. All right, perfect. So you voted for Trump. You held your nose and voted for Trump. Normally I would say, hey, run through the background prompt, blah, 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 blah. I want to hear why was it such a I'm gonna vote for Trump situation. And are you an actual farmer?
Well, I was raised on a farm. Right now, I work in logistics for a humanitarian aid organization. So,
okay, perfect. So, tell me why you actually voted for Trump.
I voted for Trump. Can I give you just a brief history of my voting history since 2016?
Are you going to say that you voted for Obama?
Nah, 2016, I voted for
not Obama.
Sanders.
Go ahead. Yeah. Bernie
Sanders.
I
voted for Sanders in 2016 in the primaries. And then I wound up writing him in because I was so pissed off that he got messed up like he did in the primaries. Then I voted for Jorgensen in 2020, and then I voted Trump this time. Honestly, I feel like one of the biggest problems that we do have in the country is billionaires looking out for themselves. And I know that might seem oxymoronic, voting for a billionaire in 2024, but if you looked at the public support of billionaires for the two candidates, there was like 1.5 times as many billionaires publicly endorsing Kamala Harris as there were Donald Trump. I feel like the system's corrupt, and I feel like, at least with Trump, we will have a portion of the Republican Party.
Farmer?
Yes,
Farmer?
sir.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Go look at the Politico article, October 31st.
I don't need to look at the Politico article. I know that billionaires publicly supported Kamala Harris. I know multiple CEOs actually came out in support of Kamala Harris. Who did the richest man on earth support?
Who's the richest man on earth?
You tell me.
I don't know who the richest man on earth is.
You don't know who the richest man on earth is?
No.
Well, there was one openly out there billionaire that was supporting Donald Trump. Who was that?
Oh, you're talking about Elon Musk?
Richest man on earth, worth $420 billion. $420 billion. How many billionaires are in Donald Trump's cabinet?
As of right now, I know of only 2.
You're way off.
And those are. Am I way off? I do apologize. I do not know. But I'm not gonna blow smoke up your butt. You know what I'm saying?
No, you're all good. There are 13 billionaires currently in Trump's cabinet, and their total net worth is 383 billion, and that's not even including Elon Musk, who again is worth 420 billion, who is a part of quote unquote Doge, right? So
So that's a good thing. That means that whenever they make any misstep, it will be very public, which is the opposite of what would have happened if Kamala Harris would have been elected.
Wait. So you
I feel
think,
like
Farmer, you think that someone's going to hold these billionaires accountable?
I think that there is more of a chance for it to happen whenever you have a coalition of people on the left and then a portion of the people on the right calling them out for their bullshit. Whereas if the Democrat candidate had won, it would be swept up under the rug and it would be business as usual. And then the left would excuse legislation that benefited billionaires. I don't think they would call them out one iota.
So you think the left is going to pass legislation to benefit billionaires? Cool. Hey,
yes, I know for a fact that they would.
Quick question. What was the most monumental legislation that Donald Trump passed in his first stint in office?
Yeah, it probably would have been the Jobs Act, wherever they came up with the new tax codes and stuff like that.
Yep. How much did that actually add to the United States deficit or debt?
Based on the 10-year projection, was it $3 trillion?
4 trillion.
4 trillion. So I wasn't too far off on that. I think one of the initial estimates was 3 trillion. But four sounds accurate.
Yep. How much money do you think that Donald Trump made while he was in office for his first stint in president?
I don't know. I know his net worth decreased by like $2 trillion though.
That's not true. That's not true at all. So within the first 4 year, the first 4 year stint, and I was actually wrong because I quoted this last night and I originally thought it was 1.7 billion, but actually, when I looked it up, Forbes had a full breakdown of all of his businesses and assets with an evaluation that started in January of 2017 that ran until December of 2020, and he added $2.4 billion to his net worth while in office. Quick question. Since Donald Trump has been president-elect, how much money do you think Elon Musk has made?
Oh my God. You talking about since the election?
Yep.
I'm just going to throw a number out there because I haven't kept up with this, but I'm going to say 100 billion, something like that. 200 billion.
A little bit less. Somebody said 170. It's unless the number went up a little bit, it was 167 billion. Or actually, it's probably gone up since then. So he added 100 and it might be closer to 200 billion. I need to check the updated numbers, but the last time that I checked, it was like 167 billion since Donald Trump was elected. Hey, do you remember like right before, I think it was right after Thanksgiving or whatever, there was a threat to shut down the government. Do you remember that?
Yes.
Okay. Do you remember who wanted to shut down the government?
No, Elon Musk and Vivek Ramaswamy said that, hey, here are the problems with this.
Yeah, they did. They didn't want to pass the stopgap. They didn't want to pass the stopgap. And then Donald Trump said something that was really important. What did Donald Trump want to happen? He said there was one thing.
I don't know. Remind me. I don't know in particular what you're referring to.
Donald Trump wanted to either delay or get rid of the debt ceiling that actually triggered on January the 1st. Do you know why?
I do not know why.
Donald Trump wanted to get rid of the actual debt ceiling because with the current debt ceiling triggering, there is no way without cutting massive amounts of debt within the government for them to pass their new tax bill, which is the same tax bill that they passed before that would have given all of these billionaires that are part of Donald Trump's cabinet and Donald Trump the tax cuts that they so desperately want. They wanted to be able to add another $4 trillion to the national debt, but they couldn't do it if the debt ceiling was in place, because we're already at about 35 trillion and the ceiling is at 36 trillion.
Yeah, I'm interested in seeing what happens with the debt bomb that's going to happen this year, just based solely on all of the maturing treasury bonds. Supposedly there's between $7 and $9 trillion in treasury bonds that mature that we're going to have to essentially refinance.
Yeah. The simple
Just
fact
this
of the
year.
matter is, I just want to get back to this because and I'll just say this. Oh, guys, we only need 4 more of the maps. We only need 4 more of the maps to actually close that out. Is there any way that we could possibly, please get those 4 maps? And also, we're so close to 600,000 likes. Can we please keep tapping the screen and go ahead and get up to 600,000 likes? Hey, thank you so much, Joanne. Now we only need 3 more of the maps. Can we please close out the maps? That would be so amazing. I would love you all forever if we could please do that. Thank you. The simple fact of the matter is that Donald Trump at every step has shown that it's about his wallet, it's about his pocket, it's about his friends' pockets. They have enriched themselves in multiple ways. They don't believe in any type of regulations. They don't believe in they don't believe in oversight. Quite literally, Donald Trump is not taking the money that's given to every president. He's going to be the first president ever that does not accept the money for the transition for him to become president. Do you know why?
Why's that?
Because if he would take the money, then he actually has to adhere to government oversight as far as disclosing any donations that he's gotten. And he would not only have to disclose, hey, thank you so much for the star maps, guys. We only need 2 more to close those out. Can we please close out the star maps, please? So without actually taking that money, he doesn't have to report who gave him donations, how much donations they given him. He doesn't have to do any of that. There's no transparency. So now his transition process, which is used to like hire people, to hire staff, to actually fill out offices and all this other stuff. Excuse me. It's all now being funded. Hey, thank you so much, Erica. Guys, we only need 1 more to close it out. It would be so amazing if we could get that 1 more. But with that being said, there's no oversight at all to, hey, Joanne, you are freaking amazing. Thank you so much. So he doesn't have to report to anyone, tell anybody where the money's coming from, how much money was given, what they're using for the money. Quite literally, thank you so much for the star map. There's no transparency. So you're telling me that this man who has enriched himself in every way, shape, and form, who have put super wealthy people around him, multiple billionaires, the most billionaires ever in a presidential cabinet, who has made so many people so much money, who before in office wanted to make sure that they could get tax cuts passed that would make them more money, and now is saying, instead of actually doing things the normal way, we're going to do things our way so we don't have to have oversight. You're saying that there's going to be more transparency and they're going to be held accountable. Does that sound reasonable to you, Farmer?
No, I'm saying that there's going to be more public discourse about this.
There's already public discourse. That doesn't make sense, Farmer.
That there was no public discourse whenever, just for instance, locally where I live, an energy company, a Next Era Energy out of Florida, they started a project called Amber Meadows, and it is where they were buying thousands of acres of farmland in my community to build solar fields. And they're doing this all over Georgia. There's one that solely powers a Google search engine up near Middle Georgia. But in my area, I have no idea what the power's for, but I do know that Next Era Energy is 60% owned by BlackRock, Vanguard, and State Street, who all own each other. And they received $8 billion from the Biden administration, even though they're the richest investment company group in the entire country. We just gave them money to buy up farmland to build solar panels. And it makes absolutely no sense to me. And nobody talks about that kind of thing. The Democrat billionaires use government legislation as a pipeline to move taxpayer money into their wallets.
I agree.
And nobody talks about it.
I agree.
So I hope to God.
I absolutely agree, Farmer. Hey, Farmer,
I'm
quick
just saying,
question.
I hope to God.
Hey,
That
thank
with,
you so
with,
much
with
for the
this
traveling.
administration-
Thank you. I agree. Hey, quick question.
Yes, sir.
Besides Twitter, right? Elon Musk owns like two really big companies. Do you know what those two big companies are?
SpaceX and Tesla.
Perfect. SpaceX and Tesla. Do you know how they have made most of their money with SpaceX and Tesla?
They made most of it through government subsidies from the government handing them government contracts.
Subsidies. Hey, do you know how much money
Yes.
Elon Musk made under Trump's first administration?
My God, there's no telling how many hundreds of
He
billions of
doubled
dollars he
his
made
net
under
worth.
him.
He doubled his net worth when Trump was in office the first 4 years. So for you to sit here and say, like, we can agree, the government shells out multiple government contracts. There's a lot of money being moved around. There's a lot. But the simple fact of the matter is that I keep going back to Elon Musk, Donald Trump. The reason why they've been so chummy is because Donald Trump made Elon Musk so much money. He made his companies so much money, and he knows that it's going to happen again. And for you to sit here and say that, there's going to be a situation where it's not happening, it's going to be worse. Did you know Elon Musk is on track to be the first ever world trillionaire?
I thought Amazon had already done that.
No.
I'm sorry.
I'm not talking about companies. I'm talking about individual. Elon Musk is on track to actually be worth $1 trillion himself.
And that makes sense. That tracks. Because it's not all liquid. It's the stocks that he owns, but that's the consumer's confidence to invest in his companies. I mean, it's
quite literally. We just talked about how Elon Musk has made most of his money, and it's been through government subsidies, and he's looking to make so much more out of the government. That's why Elon Musk was talking about, we need to cut government spending, blah, blah, blah. They're going to try to cut that and put it into their pockets. Elon Musk is really making money hand over fist. Like, I'm sorry, Farmer, the things that you're saying, they're completely nonsensical. Like, you're saying that you voted for them because of some type of oversight, because there's some type of transparency, blah, blah, blah. You know what's funny? So I
voted for him simply for public discourse.
I hear you. You know what's public discourse? When the United Healthcare CEO was unalived in New York in broad daylight because of United Healthcare practices, that was public discourse. And you know
that was
what
public discourse.
You know what the response of that was?
It was for the CEOs to take their information off of all of their LinkedIn pages.
That was one. You know what they also did about Luigi? They declared that to be a terrorist act. A terrorist act. Right. Luigi unalived one CEO, and it was deemed a terrorist attack. While there have been mass pew-pewings all over the country, over and over and over, and there's never been an instance of anyone saying that these are terror attacks. Even though they are terror attacks, they have never classified that as terror attacks. Even when they caught people and they charge people, they've never charged them as terrorists. But Luigi, Luigi unalived one person, one CEO, one billionaire, and it was deemed a terrorist attack. I'm sorry, but you missed the mark on this one. You completely missed the mark on this one.
And I will go ahead and just say that I do not view Luigi as a terrorist. And I know they're being very careful to try not to make that man a martyr. But I feel like that inevitably there will be a populist uprising. And when people realize that they can't legislate a fairer tax code, then people will resort to the Luigi solution. And I'm not sad about that. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, I hear you. The simple fact of the matter is though, like, are you an accelerationist?
I think I'm more of a nihilist.
What is that?
That's somebody that thinks that it doesn't matter what we do. In this instance, what we do as far as electing leaders, they're ultimately going to be corrupted by people with money. And I don't have any confidence in our leaders to properly represent the mass of the people.
So you think that that's what you believe, but yet you voted for Donald Trump, who is going to continue that.
So I think
Donald Trump isn't perpetuating the will of the people at all.
Yeah, so I think what you said a while ago probably would be an accurate description, an accelerationist. I wouldn't have put it that way myself, but I have no confidence in our leadership. I feel like there are only two ideologically pure politicians out there right now, Bernie Sanders and maybe Rand Paul's dad. You know what I'm saying? And beyond that, everybody else is compromised. So I feel like the people will speak one way or the other, and I'm looking forward to that day.
Yeah. Listen, Farmer, I mean, like, my guy, you missed the mark on this one. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I mean, if you want the world to burn, then like I get it. Like, you know, that's a thing, right? I mean, a lot of people have that standpoint and that perspective. But yeah. Farmer.
But Santana, can I say this? I do appreciate a very nice, a very respectful discourse with you tonight.
Yeah,
I haven't been on your live before, and I hadn't listened to it. I just found you tonight, but I do appreciate you listening to me and giving me an opportunity to speak. And I appreciate the education that you brought to me.
Yeah.
And it'll give me some things to research in the future. I appreciate that.
Yeah, no. I appreciate you coming up, spending some time, and you know, going uphill with me. You have a wonderful evening.
All right, you too, Santana.
Thank you. Guys, that was interesting. 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 Guys, so I put the final gift goal, and I don't know if this will be something that we can actually do. But it's the travel in the USA. And I set it up as 5 of those, and we need 4 more. I don't know if we can knock those out. I'm not sure if that's a possibility, but I'm gonna go ahead and pin it, and if we can somehow knock that out. Also, guys, we're so close to 600,000 likes. We're at 583 likes. Can we tap the screen and get this thing up to 600,000 likes, please? And thank you. Please and thank you. Please and thank you. Keep tapping the screen. Let's go ahead and get that up to 600,000 likes. W's in the chat for Jesse. Jesse sent a $2 donation saying, dubbing it the Luigi solution is diabolical. Yeah, you know, sometimes it is what it is. Also, W's in the chat for Courtney. Courtney sent a $1 donation to say Biden and Harris, Biden and VP Harris were on the same ticket. I voted for her when I voted for him. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. Guys, we're almost at 600,000 likes. Can we keep tapping the screen? Tap the screen. Let's go ahead and get this thing up to 600,000 likes. Please. Guys, while I still have 700 something people here, just a reminder, tomorrow, Late Nights with Santana, we will be doing our panel discussion where we are covering different G sides around the world. Now, we'll be talking about different G sides on the panel. We will have my special guest that's hanging out with us all week, Athena. W's in the chat for Athena. She's awesome. She will be hanging out with us and help lead those conversations. So if you're interested in actually getting in on that, make sure you join us tomorrow at 11 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Pacific. It will be that panel discussion. So please consider joining us over the next 3 days. And we will also be taking up donations for certain areas that are affected by those G sides. Last but not least, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it. If we could, please, let's go raid Jessica Simone. Jessica Simone is on right now. She has a panel full of people, and they are crazy. Jessica's debating. I might thank you for the 600K. Jessica's debating. I might go hop up on her panel and see what's shaking. But let's go ahead. Let's get over to Jessica Simone. Her actual information is I am Jessica Simone. I am Jessica Simone. Let's go over there. Santana raid. Santana raid. Let's go see Jessica. I'm gonna hit the outro.
Price emotional stability, a sound body and tranquility. I deserve it all.
Guys, it has been a heck of a weekend. I had a lot of fun. I hope you guys had as much fun as I did. I always enjoy sparring, but it always makes me feel good to get back to late nights. With that being said, I appreciate everyone that was here. I love you all. Thank you guys for the taps, the shares, the likes. The one last thing that I'll call out, please make sure you're following me on Blue Sky, Twitch, and YouTube. I don't know what's going to happen with TikTok. Hopefully we can continue to do our thing here on the TikTok side. But if not, my community isn't going anywhere. If you're a sub, make sure you get in the Discord. We need you in the Discord. Please, please, please get in the Discord. Click your benefits, and there's a link to get in the Discord. Our community is important, and our community will continue to be there. With that being said, let's go raid Jessica Simone. Everybody get over there. I am Jessica Simone. Don't meet me there. Beat me there. I love you all. And as always,